soldiers was killed or shot at during that time, and they lived up to that deal. I guess he didn't like house calls. Iran was bankrupt. They weren't able to give weapons to Hamas and Hezbollah. And look at where we are today. We basically funded that war. 4 years ago, we had a secure border. We were on our way to even doing more and having a wall. That's what a nation is. It has a wall. Every other nation on earth has got one. But I guess it's like voter ID. You don't need it in this country for some reason. You know, it's, and I'd like to personally talk about a very dear friend and family member, really, of ours, my housekeeper, Josie. She was here illegally for over a decade, using her sister's identification, working for us. She couldn't go back to Mexico because she couldn't get back in if she went home to see her parents. She couldn't take a plane ride. She was always living in fear that she was going to get pulled over. She was the safest driver you ever saw. And when Trump was elected, she was in fear that she was going to be sent back to her country, to Mexico. I told her, I said, Josie, no, you're not. That's not what he's talking about. He wants people to come here the right way.
Cheers, everybody.
I'm your sponsor, and so we started it right now. She has her green card today, and she so wants to get her citizenship before so she can vote for Donald Trump. So like I said, people, it's time to pick a side. Who are we going to pick? God bless you.
All right, we're listening in there. Actor Dennis Quaid campaigning and making some remarks there ahead of former.
How is everybody doing? Come on in, come on in. That was so cool. Dennis Quaid, somebody I grew up watching, and his brother's awesome too, Randy Quaid. So absolutely cool. Everybody come on in, come on in. We're just minutes away from President Trump live in Coachella. But let me know where you're joining me from. If you're watching this on the replay, give me a capital TR in the comments down below for Team Replay. 23 days away, y'all. We're only 23 days. Yeah, by the way, this is apple juice. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's Saturday, y'all. Cheers. If you got your drink, if you got your stogie, if you got your relaxing chair, sit back, get your popcorn, get your favorite beverage. You're in for a great show. This campaign rally in Coachella, California is supposed to be absolutely off the hook. We're expecting thousands and thousands of people. But yeah, let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know what you're drinking. Cheers. It's Saturday. I love hanging out with the best patriots, the best Americans on planet Earth. I love you guys so much. Come on in, Nez Nation. We're having a fantastic time. And we are going to get to that rally very, very soon. He's supposed to go on at 5 p.m. Pacific. If you haven't shared this out, please share this out. So he's supposed to go on at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. Just coffee this evening. We got the best. By the way, everybody give a huge shout out and a big round of applause to the greatest mods in the history of mods. I got to give a big shout out to Jim Barron. I got to give a big shout out to Laura Tilford. You guys make my job so much easier. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I love you guys. I cannot thank you guys enough. The best mods in the business. I love hanging out with you guys. I love going live with you guys. We are 23 days away from the biggest day in our entire lives. We got to get our country back. If you love America, if you want to see this glorious republic return back to its heyday where everything made sense, you got to tap that thumbs up. President Trump is coming up any second now. Oh, we got Matt Gaetz. Let's see what Matt Gaetz has to say. Hold on. Matt Gaetz is up.
Have turned the most iconic cities in America into the most high crime, high cost, and high tax war zones in the United States of America. And my only theory is Kamala Harris and your leaders must hate you. Because why else would they open the borders, take your guns away, and then move MS-13 in to live next door? We learned recently that Kamala Harris released 425,000 known criminals into this country in normal times. That would not be cause for running for higher office. It would be cause to resign in disgrace. Just look at Los Angeles. Los Angeles was the city of dreams, the city of angels. Now it is the nation's largest open-air homeless encampment. And it's something to see Gavin Newsom now trying to clean up the homeless for the 2028 Olympics. That is so insulting. They wouldn't clean up California for the patriotic Americans who live here, but they want to clean her up for the foreign elites to come and play sports. It is a dereliction of their duty. Donald Trump will fight for each and every American in this state and every other. Like, the only people who've actually promoted Kamala Harris are the Californians. She was a DA, then Attorney General, then Senator, Vice President. California was up for all of it. And what do you have to show for it? Kamala Harris got ahead, and you all got left behind.
That's true.
The highest prices in the whole country. You've got the most illegal aliens running around on your streets. You have the highest state debt, and you have the most unaffordable housing in the country. And the taxes you pay don't go to make your quality of life better. The taxes you pay go to fund this sanctuary state for all the illegal aliens. You see, in Florida, I'm a Florida man, and we're a different kind of sanctuary. We're a sanctuary for people who come for good weather and low taxes, and those who are escaping communist governments in Cuba, Venezuela, New York, and California. But it doesn't have to be this way. Just support the police over the criminals.
Refund the police.
The Americans over the illegals, and just support Donald Trump and the Republicans over the communist, socialist tyrants led by Kamala Harris. You don't have to pay for sex change operations for illegal aliens in prison. And in Florida, we let the third grade teacher assign the homework, not the gender and the sexual identity for the children. Democrats are the party of open borders, cashless bail, greed, and war everywhere. Trump will bring us prosperity at home and peace in the world. And I know you've got so many military in the great state of California, and we have to remember those 8,600 patriots who were purged from our military. Donald Trump and I will not rest until they are restored with full rank and back pay. President Trump offers the most unifying agenda because it's our ideas that are good for everyone. A secure border, low prices, cheap energy, a house you can afford, a career you can be proud of. These are good for MAGA and non-MAGA alike. We are the only political movement in the country right now wanting to make things better for the people who hate us. And you know what? They don't think that way, because when they want to do reparations and DEI, when they want to ban fracking in Pennsylvania and ban the gas car, they are willing to sacrifice you in Michigan and Georgia and Nevada. They're willing to sacrifice everybody for their woke masters. Well, you know what? There's more of us than there are of them. And they know that, and it terrifies them, and it should. So you go out there with every bit of vigor you have turn out every friend, every family member. I met this barista in New Hampshire. She came up to me. She said, Congressman Gates, can I get a photo? I said, only if you vote for Trump. She said, well, I'm going to send it to my boyfriend. I said, you got to get him to vote for Trump. And she said, Congressman, I love President Trump so much, I'm not just going to get my boyfriend to vote for him. I'm going to get all of my ex-boyfriends to vote for him too. So turn out your in-laws, your outlaws, your vexes, and your exes. We've got a country to save. Let's go get them. Thank you all so much. Thank you for having my back.
All right, listening there to
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Matt Gaetz. I apologize. There's something going on with the audio, I think, at the actual event. But we'll double check that in just a second. And we'll make sure that we have a good feed for that. How is everybody doing? Welcome. Saturday, October 12th. Did you guys check out the previous videos that we put out? I put out 2 new videos today. One on Tampon Tim being an absolute disaster. And then I put up another video. Looks like Dr. Jillskis. Good boy, Joey. You did it, Joey. Remember Jill? Where's Jill been all this time? I put out a video on this insane sheriff in Cobb County who is essentially right next door to Fulton County, Fannie Willis. I mean, Georgia it's not just Fulton County. It's not just Cobb County. It's the entire absolute state is just in disarray. Thank you so much, Laura. Laura said she checked it out. Very, very good. 23 days left. You heard Mr. Gates echoing a lot of the things that I have been saying for a long, long time. We cannot get complacent. You guys, the mission of this channel is to give you guys the unvarnished truth. I do my own due diligence. I do my own qualitative and quantitative research. We have a country to get back. I'm doing this for my grandkids, for my kids, for the beautiful country that has given me everything. I feel it is my absolute divine purpose to give back all of the beautiful things that this amazing, glorious republic afforded me. I feel like I need to give back. This is why I do this. You guys watching, commenting, and liking the videos, you may not realize it, but you're saving your country by doing that. Because the fake woke mafia media will never, ever show you. CBS has proved it. ABC, David Muir, and that Lindsay, whatever the hell her name was during the debates, proved it. Time and time again, we've seen them mistakenly leave their mask off, and we know the truth. We know the truth about CNN. We know the truth about ABC, CBS, all of them. We know the truth about all of them. And it's independent media organizations, grassroots like myself and a few others that are giving you the absolute objective, unvarnished truth. I've done this for a living. My wife, we're a mom and pop business. My wife is one of the most brilliant researchers I've ever met. And I have an advantage over every other media outlet. I've actually worked with these people. I know these people. I know who Kamala is. I know the swamp. Okay, they're all academics in wolf's clothing. I know what they want. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. I know exactly what motivates them. I know exactly what incentivizes them. I know exactly their strategy, their plan, their execution. I know these people. So I really get to pull the wool out from under. And I'm so grateful. God bless you guys for being with me on this journey. Oh, if I could just communicate to you how much I love you guys. If I could just convey to you how much I love you guys. Let me know where you're joining me from, too. I want to hear it. Gen X Josh, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. What can be done about Democrat Congress saying they will not validate a Trump victory? They won't get away with that. Impossible. They're not going to get away with that. They can say all this crap. It's all political theater. It doesn't matter because the system and process is already in place. Not one senator, not one party, not one caucus has any control over that. Because guess what? If there was some kind of power to be weaved or wielded like that, I guarantee you it wouldn't have just been up to Mike Pence for 2020. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was one of those people who was really, really upset about January 6th because I love my country. I love the systems and processes. I love the Constitution. I'm not right or left. Laura knows this. Many people know this about me. I'm not right or left. I'm a constitutional centrist, if anything. I voted this way. I voted that way. I voted on that side, on this side, many, many different times. I vote for common sense. I vote for what makes sense, what's aligned with our brilliant Constitution. That's what I vote for. And so those are the things that I care about, what's aligned with our beautiful country, the values and principles that our founders ingrained in the fabric of our nation. And so that's what matters to me most. So I'm not coming at this from a lot of people think, well, Nez, you're a right-wing nut job. You're just totally off on one side. No. By the way, Trump is coming soon, guys. Trump is coming any second now. Trump is coming soon. So we're gonna be keeping an eye on that. Trump is just moments away, so stick around. So I'm telling you right now, these hypocrites are up to no good. They have done things with impunity. They have done things that they don't care about. They don't care if they're even caught. So my point is this. Let me get back to my point. And by the way, Trump is coming out any second now. My point is this. I am a constitutional centrist, okay? And I was pissed off about January 6th. I was really upset about that. But I think I bought into the images were really powerful. I bought into the orchestration. I bought into a lot of the stuff. I wasn't super happy about him not being there. I've said this many times. Look, I love Trump. I love what he stands for. I love him as a person. I think he loves this country. I don't believe Kamala loves this country. Are there things about him that piss me off? Are there things he says where I just go, ugh, you didn't have to say that? Of course. I mean, I have that about everybody. I have that about my kids, my wife, myself. I put my foot in my mouth all the time. That's not the point. We have a country to save. And I know one of my best assets is reading people. I know how to read people better than anybody you've ever met. And I'm telling you right now, he may say things that upset you. He may tweet things that rub you the wrong way. But guess what? I know his heart is in the right place. And I know he loves our country. Kamala, look at me right now. Look at these eyes. Kamala, she doesn't care about anybody. I mean this with every molecule in my body. She hates America. Not only does she not love America, not only does she not even care or like America, she hates America. The only thing, like every parasite, like every leech, they glom onto a host, suck them dry, and they don't have any sentimental value. They don't give a rat's ass. They move on to the next host to feed their insatiable addiction. That is exactly what Kamala is. And Obama tried to, I don't know, I did a video on this. I don't know if you guys saw this. Obama, came out recently and essentially attacked Black America. I mean, it was just unbelievable. He has lost all of his snake oil salesmanship. His veneer, his BS, it's just not working anymore. It's a beautiful thing to see, too, because as I've said this many, many times, when you engage in critical thinking, when you take off the cloak of the fake news media mafia that tries to which is essentially equates to a propagandist machine, what you get is you get the unvarnished truth. And you actually start to see clearly for maybe, perhaps, the very first time. And it feels amazing because you finally go, I've done a lot of videos on this. Holy crap. I was hornswoggled. I was completely bamboozled by this unbelievably powerful, strong. I mean, this is the same apparatus that helped a certain country in 1939 almost take over the entire world. I don't have to tell you who that is. One of the most powerful things on planet Earth, the most powerful forces in the universe is propaganda, which is another reason why I was so adamant. And I put everything into this channel. I put everything into this media company because it means everything to me to get our country back. I am just running like a chicken with his head cut off every day at the stuff that they're doing, the stuff that Biden is doing, the stuff that Kamala is doing, the stuff that Ratty Raskin and all the rest of the vultures, the swamp vermin, Schumer, Pelosi, Schiff, all of them are garbage. I know these people. I have an advantage over every other channel. I've worked with these people. So you're getting the best here. So when you tap the thumbs up, when you watch and you comment, you may not realize it, but you're helping the mission of this channel because I know the algorithm. What the algorithm does is goes, wow, people like this video. People are commenting. People are watching. It pushes our video out to more people. The more people who get educated to the truth, unplug from the matrix of the fake mafia media and actually listen to reason. Actually see the truth about Charlottesville hoax, the January 6th hoax, the border bill hoax, every single hoax they try to throw at Donald Trump, every single threat to democracy BS they've tried to throw at Trump. They make educated decisions, especially at the ballot box. That helps you and that helps me. We need to get these videos out there. The truth, and by the way, you're doing a phenomenal job. Cheers. Again, this is apple juice. Cheers. Happy Saturday. I love you guys. I love you guys. You don't know how much I love you guys. I love you guys. Should I do a giveaway right now? Laura, should I do a giveaway? Who wants a $50 Amazon card? You know what? Screw it. I just like to do random giveaways. Who wants a $50 Amazon gift card? Say yeah in the comments right now. Say yeah. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 50. All you need to do is I want you to type the number 50. That's all you got to do. You see this right here? Type the number 50 and you automatically, if you're subscribed to this channel and you're a member, well, actually, this doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if you're a member. Just type in the number 50 and we're going to do a random giveaway right now as we wait for Trump. I'm giving away a $50 Amazon gift card right now. Why? Because why the hell not? Why? Because why the hell not? Because I love you guys. And I might do 5 or 6 more. Who knows? I've lost my mind. That's how much I love my country. I'm ready to give it all away. I'm ready to sacrifice. I don't give a rat's ass. Holy mackerel, there's 209 entries. Are you joking me right now? All you got to do is type in the number 50. You only have to do it once. I see people doing it like 6,000 times. You guys are nutty. You guys are nutty. I love you guys. Okay, we're going to do it. Who's ready for this? This is your last chance.
Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10.
Type in the word, the letter, the number 50.
7.
Once I hit this draw number, it's on like Donkey Kong. You can't enter.
3.
Here we go.
2. 1.
Here we go.
We
Who's
have
going to win?
ignition.
Who's going to win? Who's going to win? No whammies. No whammies. Who's got it? Holy mackerel. Look at that. Everybody give a big congratulations to My Irish Eyes Are Smiling. You just won a $50 Amazon gift card. Holy macadamia nut. Congratulations. Congratulations. My Irish Eyes Are Smiling. By the way, we're just minutes away from Trump showing up. Congratulations, My Irish Eyes. Okay, here's what you got to do. Laura knows. Everybody knows. All you got to do is email me, nez@professornez.com, and then in the subject line, I want you to put $50 Amazon gift card winner. I need proof that your My Irish Eyes Are Smiling too, so it needs to be the actual email associated with this YouTube account. And then what I want you to do is I want you to give me in the body, this is very important, listen to this, in the body of the email, what I want you to do is I want you to give me the email connected to your Amazon card. Congratulations, you just won a $50 Amazon gift card. Congratulations. Congratulations. Awesome. Where are they? Are they here? I want to put their comment up. Let me know you're alive. There are people who are still typing in 50. Stop typing 50. It's over. Oh, you guys are crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy. I love this. I love it. You know, I've always wanted to be a game show host. I absolutely love this. Holy mackerel. Okay, we're just minutes away. We're just minutes away from Trump getting in here. Trump is going to be giving a speech, it's going to be here's my best Trump impression. Who's ready for my best Trump impression? Quite frankly, probably it's going to be one of the most beautiful speeches you've ever heard. We're going to bring our country back. We're going to make America safe again. We're going to make it, I might even just buy the sun. I might buy Indian Wells, and I'm going to turn it into a much cooler. We're going to get an air conditioner, a big giant air conditioner. You're not going to believe it. How do you not love this guy? I mean, it's impossible not to love this guy. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, we're minutes away, just minutes away from Trump. The sun is going down. So did you get that Irish smile? Irish, what the hell's your name again? Sorry. Did you get that Irish eyes? Okay, I'll do another one. Stick around. You never know. You know what? I'll promise you. As a matter of fact, I will promise you, I will do another Amazon gift card giveaway sometime before this rally's over. I don't know. I might do it right before Trump speaks. I might do it right at the end. But if you want to win, you gotta stick around, because there's no greater YouTube channel. I watch him all the time. Quite frankly, probably he's the greatest YouTuber, greatest commentator, very smart. He's a smart guy. Good looking guy, too. Very good looking guy. Have you seen Professor Nez? Yes, I love Professor Nez. He's terrific. You gotta watch him. I don't think that's bad. I actually don't think that's bad. Who thinks that's a pretty good impression? I don't think that's bad. Do you? Oh my God, I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Teresa. Teresa says that's a great impression. Thank you. If you don't subscribe to Professor Nez, you don't love Donald Trump, because he doesn't come from China. He's born and raised in the greatest country of all time, America. We're having fun now. Okay, I'll stop. Trump is just minutes away, y'all. Minutes away from speaking. Come on, Donnie, get in there. He always does this. He's always like a half an hour late, isn't he? You gotta love it. So yeah, so I am just so excited. It's Saturday. I'm drinking apple juice. I'm drinking apple juice, and we're having fun. We're having an absolute ball. I'm going to destroy my microphone live here on the air. We're live. Huge. It's going to be huge. Apparently people, I mean, you know, you never ever see a Kamala. Kamala. He's not Kamala. You never see a Kamala rally look like this. I mean, tens of thousands of people in Coachella. You know how hot Coachella is? We're going through a heat wave here in California. Do you understand how hot it is in Coachella right now? It is literally 110 degrees. I mean, even at night, it is hot. It's hot, hot, hot in Coachella for Kamala in China. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun. I love it. I just absolutely love it. Oh my God, it's so good. Well, the problem with that feed is that, yeah, you know, the only problem is that feed, it gets very, they do a lot of ads. I saw somebody say try RSBN, but they do a lot of ads there. I'm not really a fan of that. But we're just minutes away. Let me know, by the way, also. Thank you so much, Lori. Lori says, I love you. I love the country. I love my ancestors fought for this revolution to modern times. God bless our Constitution and God bless America. Wow. So awesome. Thank you so much, Lori. This is the greatest country ever invented. This is you know how many countries would die to have our kind of prosperity, our kind of constitutional liberties, freedoms. The opportunities are all here. Look, a lot of people think that I'm against immigration. I'm not. Legal immigration. My parents were legal immigrants in the early 70s. They had to earn their citizenship. They went to the university, they got their PhD, they worked their asses off. Hard work always wins, which is what I try to teach my kids every single day. My brother and I were born and raised in the greatest constitutional republic ever invented. When I go over the story, thank God I came in an era where teachers actually gave a damn. I had a history teacher teach me about America, the beautiful narrative, the beautiful story, the beautiful sacrifices that this amazing country and the amazing founders, and not only the founders, the patriots, the citizens, the people who were essentially sick and tired of tyranny, not just tyranny in the physical form, but tyranny in the psychological form too, because what those guys were going through in the late 18th century, in the 1770s, 1760s, it started early, it wasn't just 1776, was a tyranny of heart, mind, and soul. It's such a beautiful story. This country is born from badasses, people with balls. You think Kamala? You think Tim No Balls Walls? This guy couldn't even load his shotgun earlier. I did a video. He tried to pull like a TR moment, a Theodore Roosevelt, trying to rehash and reinvent his image. It backfired. It backfired 100-fold. The guy is completely inept. He's manless. He's ballless. And he's a communist. He doesn't care about our country. He has destroyed the state of Minnesota. His own family is voting for Trump. What does that tell you? His own brothers have come out against him. And Kamala is like 100 times worse. If you listen to Kamala speak and you actually think this person cares about America, not even Obama can sell this absolute garbage package. And he can sell anything. He's an amazing salesman. If you fall for his pageantry of eloquent lies, you fall deep. And believe me, I think we've all been there at one point or another. But not even this, Obama, Mr. Barack Hussein, not even this absolute shit package can you wrap up. I don't care. You put lipstick on this pig, you put a bunch of makeup, mascara, you dress her up in the fanciest, schmanciest Cinderella outfit, you still get garbage. You're not getting anything of substance. You cannot sell what these people are peddling. It's impossible to sell this unbelievably fraudulent, deceitful, and dishonest package called Walls Harris. White dudes for Walls and Harris. It's awful. 23 days, y'all. Holy mackerel. 23 days until the most important election of our lives. 23 days, 4 hours, and 30 minutes to be exact. How many people have voted? Should I do another $50 giveaway? How many people have already voted? Let me know in the comments below. How many people have already voted? I know I have. I'm telling you right now, go register. Register your sisters, brothers, cousins, uncles, grandfathers, boyfriends, one-legged dogs, trainers, teachers, neighbor. You need to vote now. Vote as early as possible, because that is the only way we're going to make this impossible to rig. It cannot be. You guys, it cannot be too big to rig. Too big to rig is not enough. It needs to be impossible to rig. Too big to rig will not do the job. I promise you. We need to come out in droves. It needs to be a flood of red. It can't just be a red sea. It cannot be a red wave. It has to be a red galaxy. That's how big it has to be. Daniel says, I voted in person. I'm going to bring some people up on stage here. Teresa says, I'm going to vote on Monday. Awesome. NCVN says I need to drop it off. Go drop it off. Like immediately. Go drop it off. Fuck, crying out loud. Goddess of Truth. It's so fantastic. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I'm hoping that because Comrade Cackling Kamala from China, and Tampon Tim No Balls Walls are so horrible that the election will be such a landslide. I don't want to jinx it. Congratulations, Greg Wilson, on becoming a new member. I don't want to jinx it. TL, thank you so much for the super sticker. Pretty India, or Pretty Indie, sorry. Thank you for all the great information. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, make America great again. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Grace, it is so awesome to see you. Grace, you are graceful. You are amazing. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Grace. It's always great to see you. Lynn Morrison, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We need to get our country back from the Democrats. You best believe it. You best believe it. That is absolutely right. We definitely need to get that back. You're absolutely right. It's become more than apparent. Okay, he's here, guys. He's here. Holy mackerel, here he is. Okay, once that song, hold on a second. Let me see here. And I'm proud to be. See, I can't say that. All right, he's here. He's here. I'm going to give you guys all shout outs at the end. Make sure that you stick around for that. If you love our country, tap the thumbs up. He's here in Coachella. It's Trump time, y'all. Enjoy this. This is going to be good. I'll do another $50 giveaway at the end.
And speaking of some of that, we're going to continue with more hurricane coverage throughout the next several days because it is one of the top stories how several of these communities are still working to clean up and rebuild after Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton.
He looks really good.
So the former president looks like he's about to speak soon. He usually does this. Of course, if you do join us here at Live Now from Fox as we showcase all of these rallies, he does have a song that he walks up to. He greets everyone in attendance.
Let's see if it sounds better over here. Let's see if it sounds better over here. There's something wrong with the audio though. It doesn't matter.
Wow, thank you everybody. Thank you very much.
USA.
Well, thank you very much. This is a rather nice crowd. You can't see the end of it. Hello back there. Boy, you are so far. I don't know if they can see anything.
How do you not love this guy?
I want to give a special hello to Coachella.
Coachella.
We have had a great reception here. And look at this crowd. This is like record stuff. As far as the eye can see, that means we're going to do very well. This is like a poll. And a very also special hello to the state of California. We got to make it better. We got to make it better.
Oh, please make it better,
I stand
please.
before you today in the heart of the majestic Coachella Valley to declare that the Republican Party will always put America first and lead us on to victories like you have never seen before. We got a big victory. Because we've become the party of common sense. You know, we call it common sense. We're conservative. Who the hell knows? We might even be a little bit liberal. But you know what? We have common sense. We have common sense. That's what it's all about. No, we're nice and conservative, but we do it the proper way, and we're doing numbers that nobody's ever seen. Look at these rallies. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. Nobody's ever seen. And we're fighting for hardworking citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed, right? And that sun is hot. I'll tell you. Should I or should I not put on the hat, the famous hat? Okay. Who wants me to put it on? Who loves my hair and said you shouldn't put it on? All right, I'm putting this on. That sun is hot. Right. Tell me if it's nice of you. Yeah. Okay? Mr. Wall. I love Mr. Wall. Front row Joes over here. They're here. They come. And we have the great women from North Carolina over here. Look at them. That's number 219 or something for them. They're wealthy and beautiful, and they have wonderful husbands, I think. I don't know. What are they doing? What are the husbands doing? The radical left Democrats have destroyed this state, but we are going to save it, and we're going to make it better than ever before. Yet I've come here today not only to talk about California, where you have one of the worst governors in the country, Gavin Newsom.
You know, that's
Gavin
true.
Newsom. No.
That is
But you
true.
definitely had somebody here that was horrible. Kamala. And now she wants to destroy our country. We're not going to let her destroy our country like she did San Francisco, right? But how will we save America from suffering the same fate? Because if she's here, you know how we'll do it? By voting for Trump. It's very easy. Kamala Harris and the radical Democrats have destroyed this state. California's really, it's a paradise lost, but we're going to bring it back. Don't worry about it. We're bringing it back. It'll happen fast. We'll stop the murderers from coming in, the drug dealers, everybody coming into California, coming into our country. Through generations of American history, California stood as the beacon of what our country aspired to become. It really did. It had everything. It had the weather. It had the water. The state had the best schools, the safest communities, and a booming middle class. But all that was eradicated by decades of the very policies that Kamala Harris wants to now force upon America. I don't think it's going to happen. And by the way, we're leading in all the polls, but we have to win. Too big to rig. We're leading in the polls, but we have to do it too big to rig. Because they are good at one thing. You know what that one thing is? He goes, cheating. That's true. They're professional thieves. Today, California has the highest inflation, the highest taxes, the highest gas prices, the highest cost of living, the most regulations, the most. We're going to let Kamala Harris do to America what she did to California. We're not going to let it happen. So whether you are Democrat, Republican, or independent, this election is your chance to send a message.
All right, something happened in the crowd. Something happened in the crowd. What happened? Anybody see it? Something happened.
Back home to mommy. She goes back home to mommy. Was that you, darling? And then she gets knocked out of it. Her mother's a big fan of ours. You know that, right? Her father, her mother. Now, you always have that. Now, tomorrow, here's the only problem. So we have like 100,000. We have a lot of people. You know, in Butler last week, we had 101,000. Can you imagine? Celebrating the life of a great person, a great fireman, actually, Corey. But we had 101,000. So whether you're a Democrat or Republican or independent, this election is your chance to send a message to the world that the people of California are not going to take it any longer. We're not going to take it any longer. Kamala Harris got you into this mess, and only Trump is going to get you out of it. We're going to get you out of it. But by far, one of the biggest factors in destroying California has been mass illegal immigration and a governor that plays right into their hands. What a shame. What a shame. She got it started. Kamala got it started. Now she's saying, no, I'd like to see the wall get built. Oh, she'd like to see. Where was she 4 years ago? This just is new. You know, her poll numbers are tanking. So all of a sudden she's in love with the wall, which does work. Two things work. You know what they are? Wheels and walls. Everything else, you can have a brand new, beautiful computer for that beautiful young boy of yours, and in about 2 weeks, it's obsolete. But wheels and walls never get obsolete. And we built
one hell of a wall. We were going to add 200 miles more, and then bad things happened last time. You know, we got more votes the second time by millions than we got the first. Anyway, they took over, and that's when I realized they want to have an open border because they didn't want to put a little bit of extra that I bought, far beyond what I said I was going to build. And they sold it for 5 cents on the dollar. Can you believe it? These people, that's so bad. And now they're realizing it works, and now they want to build some, but it's a little late for them because they're not going to be there very much longer, I don't think. You know, Joe Biden was the worst president in the history of our country. She's the worst vice president in the history of our country. There's never been anything, and we're not going to let her. You know, I beat Biden, so we have a debate. He went down. He was down. In all fairness to him, he got 14 million votes. She got none, right? So he goes down. They said, we want you out of here. I won't do it. We want you out of here, Joe. You know, it was a coup. It was a coup. They actually threw him out of office. And I'm convinced that he likes me a little bit more, this much more, than he likes her. I'm convinced. I'm pretty well convinced. Across the state, which Kamala, or as she would say, Kamala, helped make a sanctuary state. Does anybody really want? You know what a sanctuary state is? That's a place where you keep criminals, right? Who the hell wants that? The mass migration invasion has crushed wages, crashed school systems. Your systems are a disaster. Wrecked the standard of living and brought crime, drugs, misery, and death. Now, over the past 4 years, Border Czar Harris has delivered the same nightmare invasion to every state in America as your vice president. I can't even believe it. How do you like the vice president she picked? How about that guy?
Weirdo. Total weirdo.
How about that guy?
Weirdo Walls. He's a weirdo. Get him out of here. He's a freak.
I don't know. What the hell is wrong with our country?
Exactly. Exactly.
Right? Look, you know, we used to have the greatest Abraham Lincoln, George. Now look at this stuff. Can you believe what we're doing? She's so bad.
So
She's
bad.
so bad.
So bad.
It can't happen. Although the way things go in this country nowadays, I guess it probably could. That's why we want to build up a lead. We got to build up that lead because such bad things. And we've got to do it. And I don't want to keep saying it. Too big to rig. I don't want to say it. She's imported an army of illegal alien gang members and migrant criminals from the dungeons of the third world. They come from the dungeons of the third world. Many are prisoners. Some had death sentences. They were going to be executed for murder. But they're now living happily in California and other places in our country. Congratulations. If you see them, I think you should be kind and take them in, give them a meal, let them stay with your children. They'll take care of your children. From prisons and jails they came, from insane asylums and mental institutions from all over the world. From Venezuela to the Congo. They came, a lot come from the Congo. I don't know what's happening in the Congo.
Everywhere.
We can almost tell the worst areas because if there's a run on the Congo, we know Congo's not doing well. But they come from all over the world. She's resettled them into your communities. Congratulations. And they can now prey on innocent Americans for a while. If Kamala gets 4 more years, the entire country will become like the migrant camp of LA and San Francisco. What the hell is happening to our cities? Look, it's Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, stand up. Whoa. Honest Abe. Thank you, Honest Abe. We have them all. I have no idea who he is, but he looks pretty damn good, I'll tell you. When I win on November 5th, the migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our country begins.
Woo!
Begins. You know, I had a big debate with a lot of very smart people, political people, and they're all saying the economy is the most important thing. And when you add inflation, I don't know, maybe it is if inflation, I put it as part of the economy, but they say the economy and then inflation. And they had the border down as the third. And I disagree. I think, frankly, I don't even want to speak against myself. I think the border is number one because, we can fix things, we can do, but what they've done to our country at the border is unbelievable by allowing 21 million people into our country. It's not sustainable. 645,000 are criminals, and some are 214,000 are what they call high grade A criminals. We have them. Think of that. One of the deadliest and most vicious migrant gangs that Kamala has imported into our country is the savage Venezuelan prison gang. Isn't it nice? They formed a little friendship in prison, one of the meanest prisons you've ever seen. The Tren de Aragua.
Aragua.
This is Tren de Aragua gang.
I love the way he
Nice
says it.
individuals, very nice. They're in Aurora, Colorado, where you have a very weak and pathetic governor who's petrified of them.
Nobody
He's
delivers
afraid of
like
the
Trump.
criminals. He's
Nobody.
the governor. You can't be afraid.
Aragua.
But they're in Colorado and communities all over nationwide. This gang is terrorizing law-abiding citizens, including taking over the multiple apartment complexes. But in Aurora, they're like me. They're in the real estate business. They want to go in. The only difference, they use financing, they use guns. Take a look.
Open borders, deadly consequences.
Border crisis. Record high crossings are putting a strain on cities across America.
It is a full-blown invasion.
All right, it seems that, nope, we have the shot back up. All right, we're listening to former President Donald Trump rallying in Coachella, California.
13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been released into the United States.
My 20-year-old daughter, Kayla Hamilton, was murdered in her own room. Kayla's murderer was apprehended by Border Patrol crossing illegally into the U.S.
Kayla's murderer had been improperly released into the United States.
Abolish ICE.
Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
An Afghan national is in custody today after being accused of plotting an election day terrorist attack. The suspect entered the U.S. on a special immigrant visa.
More than a dozen people suspected of being Tren de Aragua gang members right here in San Antonio.
The gang members had been terrorizing the apartment complex.
New details in the murder of Laken Riley. The illegal immigrant suspect, who cops say committed the heinous murder, is a Venezuelan national.
And was paroled and released into the country by the Biden administration.
2 men investigators say are in the country illegally from Venezuela are charged with capital murder in the death of Jocelyn Nungaray.
Court documents suggest a group of men arrested for beating and robbing a Dallas woman last month are members of a Venezuelan street gang.
Manuel Hernandez was booked by Colleyville police just 2 days earlier and released the day before the robbery.
So, crime rates all over the world are down. You know why? Every country, every single. Last week, the great Tom Homan, do you know Tom Homan? He told me last week 168 different countries were represented that violated the border list. Countries that you never even heard of. Some countries, you've never even heard of them. And some of the most vicious criminals. And Kamala said a few weeks ago that the people that we take in are much nicer than our criminals. No, they make our criminals like the nicest people you've ever met. The only good thing is they do. Our criminals are considered extremely nice by comparison to the people that we see. They'll cut your throat, and the next morning they won't even remember. This is what they do. These are really bad. These are really evil people. And they also have terrorists coming in, and they have the drug lords coming in, and they say, if you ever come back, we're going to kill you. So we're stuck with them, but we're not stuck with them. They're going back. They're going back very soon, very quick. They're going back, and they're going back fast. And if the countries don't want to take them back, I just say very simply, that's okay. We're going to tariff every damn product you sell into the U.S. And they're going to say, like they always have to me, sir, we would love to take MS-13 gang members back. We think they're wonderful people. We had that problem when I first came in. You had Honduras. You had, I'd say, 3 or 4 different countries, a little bit Mexico. But you had these countries and they wouldn't take their people back. And I said to one of the generals, I want to get MS-13 the hell out of our country. I really don't want to put them in our jail, but I don't want to come back because it's too expensive. So we put them in, and I said, General, I want them back. Sir, they won't take them back. What are you talking about? They won't take them back, sir. How much money do we pay that little group of countries? Sir, we give them exactly $750 million a year for economic development. You know whose development is? For the president of the country. That's whose development, for his house. So let me ask you, so we give them that? Tell them they're in violation of our agreement. Tell them we are sending them back, and if you don't take them, in fact, don't even say that. Just say we're not sending them any more money. They called up. Following morning, all three, there was three countries in this case, so all three separate. They called up, said the same thing. Sir, there seems to be a misunderstanding. He said, no, Obama couldn't get them back. Nobody could get them back. Bush couldn't get them back. Nobody could get them back. I got them back. It took me about one phone call. So we said, no, there's no misunderstanding. You send them over in caravans and you don't take them back. You're going to take them back. And we're not giving you any more money. It's over. You're $750 million a year. It's over. Sir, we would be honored to take them back. This was a misunderstanding. It would be our great honor to take MS-13 vicious gang members back. We love them very much. And they took them back. It was like, no problem. You know, they used to put airplanes on the runway, so we'd have an airplane go up and it couldn't land and come back. That was with Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? And we got them all back. We took them out. You know who took them out? ICE. And you know what she wants to do with ICE? She wants to get rid of ICE. I know some guys in the front couple of rows, and they're very tough, but they don't want to be in ICE. They don't want to be. They're not that tough. But we are known all throughout the world now as an occupied country. We're like an occupied country. We got people taking over parts of Colorado. We have people taking over other states. A lot of states don't want to talk about it because they're embarrassed. The governor's embarrassed. The mayors are embarrassed. But it's no different, really, than if we lost the war. But to everyone here in California and all across our nation, I make this pledge to you. November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America. Liberation Day.
Woo! Yeah.
Liberation Day. We're going to be liberated.
Liberated.
You ever think you'd hear that 10 years ago, 15 years ago? We're going to liberate our country from criminals. How stupid are we? How stupid are these leaders? They're stupid people. I will rescue California and every town across America that's been invaded and conquered. And we will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them the hell out of the country, which is number one. In May, an illegal alien was arrested in Los Angeles. You know about this, and charged with sadistically raping two women in the back of a windowless van that police said was disgustingly outfitted as, quote, a rape dungeon on wheels. Raped many people. Detectives believe this monster had many more victims whom he drove around late night looking for women, and a remote mountain canyon was involved, and the whole thing, no cell service, no anything, everything. Everybody was very sophisticated, in other words, viciously tortured. The women were really, really badly hurt. One woman said, he didn't want to rape me, he wanted to kill me. But they got him. And now we have to put him away for a long time. That's the thing, you know. I don't know Gascon, but I hear he's down in the polls, and that's a very good thing. That's a very
He is awful. He is the worst.
Likewise, the savage animal who raped and murdered Rachel Morin. You know Rachel Morin? Beautiful woman, 37 years old, Maryland, mother of five. Also broke into a home in Los Angeles just before that after crossing the border illegally. We had the strongest border in the history of our country. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. Illegally came in and horrifically assaulted a local 9-year-old girl and her mother, beat them up badly, very badly. One is maybe not even going to make it. In July, an illegal alien who was previously deported 3 times was arrested in Central Valley for sneaking up to a mobile home early in the morning and setting it on fire while a 32-year-old woman and her 7-year-old daughter and son of 10 years old were inside, all of whom were killed in the most excruciating deaths, and people watched it happen. There was nothing they could do about it. My message to the American people is very simple. No person who has inflicted the violence and terror that Borders or Harris has unleashed on our country can ever be allowed to become the president of the United States. You can't let this happen. And anyone who would import criminal gangs to occupy America, we're not going to be occupied by anybody, cannot ask to be president of this country. Anyone who orchestrated an invasion of America cannot lead America. Kamala Harris, her reign of terror ends the day I take office. She's finished. She's finished.
Woo!
She's finished.
Yeah.
And to expedite removals of Tren de Aragua and other savage gangs. There are many savage gangs.
I
And
love
this
it when
13
you
is
said
probably
it.
even meaner. They don't like using guns. They like
Aragua.
using knives. They cut up 2 young girls, beautiful young girls, walking to school in Long Island. They like Long Island for some reason, a lot of them, but ICE got them out, largely got them out. But 2 beautiful young girls walk into school, and they cut them up with knives. They cut them up into little pieces. Both of them died. They didn't want to use a gun because a gun's not painful enough. These are animals. I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil. And we will call it Operation Aurora. That's what we're going to, in honor of the people that have suffered in Aurora at the hands of this horrible gang. Operation Aurora. And if they come back into our country after we're going to throw them out so far you wouldn't believe it. But if they come back into our country, it's an automatic 10 years in jail with no possibility of parole. 10 years. And if that doesn't work, it'll be 20 years. And if that doesn't work, I guess it's going to be the death penalty, right? The death penalty. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or law enforcement officer. Death penalty. It's time.
God, I love it. I love it.
Kamala's mass migrant, she started this by letting people come in. No proof, no anything. They didn't need anything. There was no vetting. Just come on in. Where were you? Who are you? Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Murderers were coming in. Remember CNN? They had this young reporter, young, beautiful young reporter, talking to somebody. Where do you come from? I come from Colombia. Oh, were you in jail? Yes, I was in prison. What did you do? Murder. That was the end of CNN for the night. They were not happy with it. When that happened, the cameras sort of shut off, immediately shut up. Now these people, because look at, oh, wow, look at all that press. Look at all the fake news. Wow. That's a lot of fake news.
Boo.
Man. That is a lot of fake news. We need borders, great borders. We had one, but we're going to have it again very quickly. 2016, I fixed it so fast and so good. The difference was this is 25 times worse. This is crazy. And in 2016, I said this is going to be the most important election we've ever had. And I meant it. But nobody knew they could do a thing like they've done. We gave them a border that was perfect. It was great numbers, great everything. All they had to do was leave it alone. He could have gone to the beach. Somebody told him he looks good in a bathing suit. He has one great thing, though. He has got an ability that I don't have. He can Put down one of those 16-ounce little things that are made out of light aluminum. They're meant for old people and children to lift. He can't lift it, so a child is always with him. And he sleeps. The guy can fall asleep instantly with the press watching. Who the hell wants to sleep with these people watching? And he's out cold. You see the dribble coming down the side of his chin. What do you think? What do you think President Xi of China, he's a fierce person. I know him very well. He's a fierce man. What do you think he thinks? He's thinking, no, this is great. But he's actually better than Kamala because, believe it or not, he's actually a more intelligent person. Can you believe it? Did you ever think I'd be saying that Biden is more intelligent than someone? Kamala's mass migrant invasion is also placing crippling burdens on local communities and stealing jobs, resources, and opportunity from African American and Hispanic American citizens. These people coming in are taking the jobs of African Americans that have had it a long time. Their unemployment rate is through the roof. Where do you hear the numbers? And also Hispanic American at a little bit less clip. They're replacing people that have been in these jobs for a long time, doing a good job, not bothering anybody. They're living out their lives and they're being fired. And people that come in, and we don't even know who the people are. They have no way of knowing. A few years ago, one study found that 1 in 4 students in LA County schools was from an illegal immigrant-headed household. And after 4 years of Kamala Harris, the number is now a much higher number than that. Think of that. They come in by the thousands a day, thousands and thousands, all over the country. And you've heard the expression, every state is now a border state. They fly them over. That's the one thing nobody knew. It even took me a little while to figure that one out. We wondered, what were all those airplanes doing flying into our country? That's how we found them. We had like hundreds of planes flying over the border. They say, we're going to make the border tougher. How about she said, oh, we had a good border bill, but Trump talked Congress out of it. I didn't talk anybody out. The bill was defective. It was terrible. Millions of people would have come in and would have been made citizens. But that's not the point. The point is, they slowed it down so the numbers looked a little bit better, not much. But what they didn't do is stop airplanes from pouring in with thousands of people. Hundreds of thousands of people a year are flown into the middle of our country. In other words, they're sick, and that's what they want. That's their policy. You know, they were trying to convince us, yes. All of a sudden, she said, yes, we can do. For 3.5 years, think of this. She was saying the other day, yes, oh, yes, we want to have a border. Well, the first time she ever said it, she almost threw up when she said it. But the numbers were looking very bad for her, the poll numbers. She was getting trounced. She was getting trounced. And then all of a sudden she said, no, we'd like to have a wall. We'd love to have a wall. Remember me? I said wall. And Mexico did pay for it. You know, they gave us thousands and thousands of soldiers. They paid more. Remember, because there was no vehicle for that. I just want to set the record straight because I do everything. We got thousands of Mexicans patrolling our border, free of charge. I said to the head of Mexico, the president, a very good guy, he's a socialist, but these are minor details. I said to him, President, you have to give us 28,000 soldiers to patrol our border. Oh, Donald, I will not do that. Of course I won't. No, you will do that. I promise you, you will. No, I will not. Yes, you will. He goes, no way. And I said, way. And then I said, you know, he's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. He just left office. He's good. Good guy. But why would he do that? He would do that only if we had leverage. And we do have leverage because we're the pot of gold. We won't be the pot of gold for long if we have idiots like we're talking about coming in and running things. We won't be a pot of gold for long, let me tell you. But he said to me, no, we won't do that. I said, here's what you do. I don't want to be talking to you. You're my friend. I don't want to embarrass you with a negotiation. Have your negotiator, please, your top guy, come and see me. So they came in. What is... That's nice. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you. What a friendly group this is. I thought there was a little riot over there. Thank you. That's very
You just feel the energy. You don't feel this kind of energy at a Kamala rally.
Thank you, everybody.
I only feel this at a Trump rally.
Thank
Every
you very
time.
much, everybody. That's very nice. Thank you over there. I can't even see him. It's so far away. Thank you very much. They probably can't hear us, so they might as well get into the act because it is far away. This is crowded. But just to finish the story, so I said, the guy comes in wearing the most beautiful suit I've ever seen. In fact, I wanted to say, who's your tailor, but it wouldn't be a good negotiation. Guy walks in to talk about soldiers on the border. I say, who's your tailor? This didn't work. So he walks in, handsome guy, beautifully tailored. And I said, no, we want you to give us 28,000 soldiers for our border free of charge. And he laughs at me. He sort of laughs. The State Department woman, very good, 25 years she's worked on Mexico. She said, sure, they'll never do that. I said, yes, they will, 100%. He said, no. I said, yes. He said, no. I said, yes. Then I said, here's what I'm doing. I'm signing an order. Every frickin' car that you sell into the United States is going to have a 50% tariff. And every piece of merchandise you sell into the United States, starting on Monday morning, this was a Friday evening, will have a tariff of 25 to 50%, and we'll make a tremendous profit over and above the cost to you. He said, may I have a minute, sir, and call somebody? I said, you're going to call the president, right? Yes, I am. Came back. I said, do me a favor. I'm very late. You know, they're trying to impeach me, and I have to work on that a little bit. These sleazebags. I've been under investigation more than Alphonse Capone. Think of it. And they consider me to be a great president. Nobody did what I did. Nobody. So what happens is this. So he comes back 2 minutes later. Sir, I'd like to report that it would be our honor to give you thousands of soldiers, sir. We would love to give them to you free of charge, sir. I said, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we gave it. Mexico was a big contributor. I just wanted to set the record straight, you know. Remember when I said if they don't give, we're going to build the wall 10 feet higher? I was going to do that too. The massive costs of illegal immigration are now being experienced by communities all across the country and are destroying your children's education, their safety, and indeed their lives. Your children are in danger. They can't go to school with these people. These people
That's absolutely true.
are from a different planet. Kamala is turning us into a third world nation. That's what happened in San Francisco. When she was the DA of San Francisco, the things she did, she started that whole decline. With our victory, he says, Willie Brown. Who said that? Who's the guy? What? Stand up. This can only happen in California. Yes. Yeah. I didn't say it. Remember that. He said it. He said it. He said it. Do you remember when a man, we're talking about this guy, Chris Christie, he went off the reservation, right? We have some people, and some guy shouts out to me, he's a fat pig, sir. Nobody heard it but me, you know, but it was still, he said it. Sir, you should not call Chris Christie a fat pig, please. He is not a fat pig. You shouldn't, you're very rude, sir. We're going to have to throw you out if you do it again. He is not a fat pig. And you know what? The press, they're saying, that son of a... They couldn't even report this, sir, because I was defending, because you're not allowed to use the word fat. You can use any word you can use. You cannot call somebody fat. That's not allowed anymore. You know, you lose your job, you lose your life. With our victory, we are going to become, and quickly, the greatest, strongest, freest, safest, and most powerful nation the world has ever seen. And on day one, I will close the border and I will stop the invasion of illegal criminals coming into our country. And despite all of the damage that she has done to this state and to our nation in the past 4 years, she's the worst. Oh, she's terrible. He's, thank goodness she doesn't have much energy, because if she had real energy, she'd really be bad. Kamala Harris said this week she can't think of one thing, not one thing, that she would do differently. Take a look. I'll show you a few.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
I stood there on the tarmac watching you check your watch.
The chaotic and deadly U.S. evacuation from Afghanistan stunned Americans and the world and cost the lives of 13 U.S. soldiers.
Would you have done something differently?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been caught at the border and then released into the United States.
An Afghan national is in custody today after being accused of plotting an election day terrorist attack. The suspect entered the U.S. on a special immigrant visa.
Gut-wrenching new details in the murder of Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. The illegal immigrant suspect, who cops say committed the heinous murder, is a Venezuelan national who crossed the unsecured southern border back in 2022.
Two men investigators say are in the country illegally from Venezuela are charged with capital murder in the death of Jocelyn Nungaray.
A fifth illegal immigrant accused of attacking two New York City police officers over the weekend showed no remorse or regret.
Would you have done something differently?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
Only 18% say the economy is in excellent or good condition. US inflation has hit a new 40-year high, increasing by 9.1% over the financial year.
The cost of homes have spiked. Home buyers need to earn 80% more than they did in 2020 to afford a house.
Were you the last person in the room?
Yes.
How dumb an answer. You know, their whole campaign is based around the fact that she's not going to do what Biden did. And then I was watching that one live. I got to watch my things. You know, it's part of my business, right? It's like a little different. But I had to watch it, and I said, oh, this is going to be a killer answer. You know, I assumed she was going to go through a whole list of things that she'd do differently. She said she wouldn't. The worst president in history, and she said she'd do it the same. That answer, that she would do nothing differently, is a totally disqualifying answer. It disqualifies her from running. Think of this, 86% of the country feels that we're on the wrong track, and she's given, can you imagine? 86% record of the country feels that we're on the wrong track. Doesn't that tell you something? It tells you we got a problem. I actually worry about the next 3 months. I really do. I worry about the next 3.5, 4 months. We'll end up in a world war because of the people that we have. And if you're on the wrong track by that amount, how can you keep someone who has stated plainly and clearly that she would do nothing? She'd do nothing from Biden. With your vote, I will act with urgency and speed to save America and to rescue the people of California from Kamala Harris's atrocious failures. I will very quickly deflate. We are going to take inflation and we are going to deflate it. We are going to deflate inflation. We are going to defeat inflation. We're going to knock the hell out of inflation. We're going to use a thing that we have more of than anybody else. It's called liquid gold, oil and gas. And we're going to make America affordable again. For all of the working people struggling under the highest tax state in the nation, we will have large tax cuts. We're going to give large tax cuts for workers, and we will, ready? No tax on tips. No tax on overtime. And no tax on Social Security benefits for our seniors. None. By contrast, Kamala is known as the taxing queen. It's the only election I've ever seen where they say, we're going to raise your taxes. Vote for me, I'm going to raise your taxes like by 72% or something. And they're going to end the Trump tax cuts. I gave you the largest tax cuts in the history of our country, larger than the Reagan tax cuts. They're going to end them. Add that to it. Her plan will raise taxes for the typical American family by more than $3,000 a year. In Detroit 2 days ago, I also announced that we will make interest on car loans fully deductible. Because affording a car is essential to restoring the American dream. You know, we've lost the American dream in this country. We have lost it for our young people. They want the American dream. They want to have a great life, like Elon Musk. They like his life. How good was he the other night? Did you see him? He was so happy. He was so happy. You know, he lives a reclusive life, the life of a super genius, but he's rather dark MAGA. That's right, dark. He's a different kind of a guy. He's great. He's great. He sees a hat. I didn't even know we made him. It's all black with black letters. That's called very subtle, right? You hardly even see Make America Great Again. He fell in love with it, and he wore it. I don't think he's taken it off in weeks. Now he wore it. And I said, what is that? He said, it's dark MAGA. I said, Elon, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, he gave us the best endorsement. He endorsed me a few months ago. He said, if Trump doesn't win, it's probably the end of our country. He means that too, by the way. He means that. And you know where he is today? He's campaigning in Pennsylvania for me. That's how good. He feels it's so important.
They should be giving Elon
I
awards.
really think we won't
I mean,
have
it's
a crunch
unbelievable
of
that Biden goes after him.
Elon, oh, he'll be. He's a great guy. But, you know, really, I got involved last week because, as you know, Biden and Harris have done a horrible job on North Carolina and some of the other ones in particular. The first of the hurricanes that came in, it really wiped out North Carolina. And a person I know, an official in North Carolina, says, sir, we're wiped out here. All our lines are down. We have no power. We have absolutely no communication. It became to the mainland. What happened is the water was so high, they were literally landlocked. And he said, do you know Elon Musk? And I said, yeah, I do. What do you need? He said, we need Starlink. I said, what the hell is Starlink? So I said, Elon, what the hell is Starlink? No, I said, what is Starlink? He said, communication, very good communication. So I called Elon. I said, Elon, they're in big
What the hell
trouble in
is
North
Starlink?
Carolina. They need Starlink, and you guys they're doing so well.
How do you
with
not
it.
love
It's
this
a very hard
guy?
thing to get. So I said, you guys, is there anything you can do? Because in the meantime, my phone rings, and it's the guy from North Carolina thanking me, and I'm still on the phone with Elon. I said, Elon, what the hell did you do? You told them that you've got it before I even hung up. So he's on a different planet than us, right? He said, yeah. He said, yeah, you were talking, and I was, going, whatever. And he got it. He got him a lot of it. He got it. And I said to the people, what's better, that or the hard line? He said, actually, Starlink is better. Starlink is better. But he's a great guy, and he's done a great job. And it's too bad that Kamala didn't do. I don't even know. She's essentially not even gone there, essentially. But what happened in North Carolina, and then Ron DeSantis, who's done a very good job in Florida, he didn't want her even involved. He was dealing with Biden. He didn't want her involved. I will also cancel Kamala's insane electric vehicle mandate. Isn't it crazy? You guys, you have brownouts, blackouts. California has brownouts and blackouts every weekend, every day. And now he says, let's go all electric cars. These people are crazy. And the thing is that, and they're great, I like electric, but they're for a certain market. The amazing thing with Elon, he makes the Tesla. He's never, and he's a friend of mine, he has never called up and said, would you do me a favor? Would you lay the hell off the electric car? Because he understands he's got a great market. It's a smart market. It's a more expensive car. It's got some great things and some assets, but you also have to let gasoline-propelled cars in and hybrids in. They have another one now. You ever hear about the hydrogen? It's hydrogen. The problem with hydrogen has one fault. Somebody says it's better than everything. Got one fault. If it blows up, you're not recognizable. It's true. In other words, it doesn't happen much, maybe once a day in the nation. If the hydrogen car blows up, it's gone. You're gone. Your wife looks at a tree and there's nothing but blood on the tree. She said, I just can't tell. Is that my husband? No, these are serious problems. They wanted to give me one. I said, no, thanks. I don't want one. No, I'll take electric, frankly. So, but isn't that something Elon never called up, and he never said that. Swear to you, never said it. And he said, or as Biden would say, "Oh no, I'm not kidding." You remember when he'd say, "Yes, we've been threatened with war by Russia." No, I'm not joking. He always says, "I'm not joking." About the no, I'm not joking. I don't know if anybody understands that, but he's a weird dude. I'll tell you. They called J.D. Vance and me weird. How about the vice president, her and Biden, the combination? But by the way, how good a job did J.D. Vance do the other night?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Our J.D. I shouldn't say it, but I took him in because he has a very good brain. You know, we like smart people. He's very smart. He was a top student at Ohio State. He finished in 2 years, top of his class. And then I didn't know you could do that, actually. But he finished 2 years. Then he went to the military, was outstanding in the military. Then he came out, he went to Yale Law School. And he and his wife were like top students. And I sort of picked him a little bit for the brain. We had a lot of great people. We have a lot of great people that were in that group, and any one of them would have been fantastic. But JD did a great job the other night. The guy that he went against, you ever hear a guy call himself a knucklehead? And he's in a debate. I mean, he's the biggest liar. He lied about everything. And how come he went to China 28 times? What's going on? He went to China. You know, nobody asked him that one question. I kept saying, somebody asked him the question, why was he in China 28 times? There's the guy's got some problems. By the way, if you think she's all right, she's not. I think she's worse than him too, actually. But he went to China 28 times, and I'm waiting for somebody to ask him that question. It won't be the fake news, I can tell you.
He'll never get that question from the fake news.
And I will not allow California politicians to get away with their plan to impose a 100% ban on the sale of gas-powered cars and trucks in your state. Not going to let it. That'll be ended in the first day. That'll be ended. These people, it's unbelievable. To bring jobs, factories, and wealth racing back to our shores, we will have a 15% made in America corporate tax rate. In other words, you have to make your product in America. Then you have only 15. Remember, I brought it down to 21% from almost 40%. Everyone said, there's no way you'll be able to. I had to get it passed in Congress. Could you believe it? Again, it's the greatest tax cut, the biggest tax cut, and regulation cuts. The most regulations ever cut by a president by, I think, 3 or 4 times, actually. But we also, which I think is actually more important. I asked a lot of the big executives of the biggest companies, what was more important, the tax cut, where we took them from almost 40% to 21%, or the regulation cuts? Every single one of them said the regulation cuts, which actually surprised me. But it was the regulation. But I got you down to 21. And 21 is highly competitive with other countries. You know, we're dealing with other countries because they'll take our businesses in 2 seconds. It's not like, oh, gee, you know, you're not going to give them and they're going to sit still. They don't care about our country. Many of them aren't even from America. They're not from the U.S. They're, you know, international business people, very smart. And they will leave here in 2 seconds if they can get something substantially. So I came up with this idea. So now I have you at 21, brought you all the way down. And I said, if you make your product here, you don't have to pay 21, you can pay 15. And people called me from all over the planet. I got calls from the top guys on Wall Street. Who the hell gave you that idea? That's so good. And I oftentimes say, it's like the paperclip. Somebody came up with the idea for a paperclip 100 years ago. They looked at it, and everybody looked at it and said, why the hell didn't I think of that? It's like the same thing, right? And for those who don't make their product in America, they'll be forced to pay stiff tariffs for the privilege of competing with our cherished companies and stealing our jobs, our treasure, our wealth. And we will take in hundreds of billions of dollars in tariff to the benefit of American citizens and pay off debt, or we're going to take care of our, you know, we owe $35 trillion. We're going to start cutting it down very quickly. We'll be able to with growth. We call it growth. But we're going to do that. We're going to protect these companies with tariffs. Remember this, in many years, many decades, China never paid 10 cents. And what they did to our country was incredible. I took in hundreds of billions of dollars in tariffs and taxes from China. I don't think they liked me, but actually I like them. And we actually had a very good relationship, President Xi and myself. Somebody said, what kind of a man is he? He's a fierce person. He is. He's a very smart guy. I hate to say brilliant because every time I call him brilliant, the press says, he said the president, well, he is a brilliant guy. Got 1.4 billion people. He rules it with an iron fist. And the press gets upset when I say he's a smart man. I would think he's a smart man, but actually he's somebody that we can. The worst people are the enemies from within. The sleazebags, like a guy that you're going to elect to the Senate, Shifty Adam Schiff. He's a sleazebag. No,
He's the
guy.
worst. He's the worst.
No, he's
Pencil
a major
dick.
lowlife. And because of the fact that, they send millions and millions of ballots someplace. They send them all over the place. California, you don't have anything like a voting booth. They take ballots, they just send them all over the place. They come back and they say, oh, somebody won by 5 million votes. It's so corrupt, so corrupt. But you're going to have Shifty Adam Schiff, one of the true, I know him well, because he conceived of the Russia hoax, right? The Russia hoax. He is a bad person. He's a sick person. Not a stupid guy, but he's a sick puppy, that guy. One of the least, I'm not allowed to say this because this could cost you your president, because you're not supposed to talk about somebody's looks, and so I won't. But to me, he's one of the least attractive human beings.
100%. 100%.
Not a stupid person.
That's not mean.
He's got the smallest neck I've ever seen.
Pencil neck.
No. He's got the smallest neck. His neck is like so small, and his head is large. So he's not being held up by much. I can guarantee you he will not be playing for your local football team, I guarantee. But we're pleased to be joined today by some incredible people and friends of mine and warriors, real warriors, representatives. Darrell Issa. Where's Darrell? Is he here? Darrell. He's a great guy. Matt Gaetz. It's Matt Gaetz. Oh, look at Matt Gaetz. He's a great guy. He's really a great person. And he's on the controversial side, but that's not bad. And is he here with Ginger? He's here with Ginger. Hi, Ginger. And Ken Calvert, and he is here someplace. Where's Ken? Ken, thank you. Good job, Ken. Very good job. Do we have enough people for you guys? Do we have enough? Broke the record. There's Mr. Tom Barrack. I didn't recognize him with that hat on. Look at him. Stand up, Tom. Great guy. Great businessman, actually. He's a great businessman. But everybody needs to get out and vote for Ken, who's running right now. A radical California liberal is running against him. And I gave him a very strong endorsement. I put it out on Truth a little while ago. You saw that. And I want to mention, I heard you were here and I want to mention. So good luck. Get out and vote for Ken Calvert, everybody. We also have members of our great Native American tribes. They're fantastic people. We have the chiefs. Where are they? They're here. Where are they? They're phenomenal people. And they're doing a beautiful job. They're great. And we also have a lot of farmers here today. I do very well with the farmers. But the farmers are having a little rough spot because Biden and Kamala are not doing their job. I never use the word Harris, because if I say Harris, nobody knows who the hell I'm talking about. I say Harris is doing a terrible job.
Kamala.
Go, who the hell
Kamala.
It's a funny name, It's a name, you know what I'm talking about, Tom? It's a name that nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about, so I call it Kamala.
Kamala.
We also have a really great governor that I've gotten to know really well in the last 6-7 months. And he's doing a terrific job. Spencer Cox of Utah, and he's here someplace. It's a big crowd. He's here someplace amongst 100,000 people. Former National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien. Good man. Thank you, Robert. And Robert went out and got all of the top people in government, 300 and something of them, right? More than 300. And he went out and got them all, and they all came in the last couple of days and endorsed Trump. They said Trump is the greatest president we've ever had. 300, the top. We only had one problem, Matt. The press refused to cover it. Robert, all that work. But we had 300, the top people in the country. In fact, people that didn't even like me totally said he's great. I don't like him, but man, was he good because I protected our country. And that was great. But the press hasn't picked it up too much. I'll have to give it to Matt Gaetz. May Robert give him the list. You know, if that were Kamala, they'd make it headlines. With Trump, 300, much more than they had. And these are much better people than they had, too, that I can tell you. Because remember this, I kept your country safe. We had no wars. And I'll keep you out of wars. But we did have one which I had to finish up, ISIS. It was supposed to take 5 years, and it took me 2 months. We also have a man who's a really fantastic person. He's really great. Did an unbelievable job on lots of things. He actually started off as the ambassador to Germany. And the greatest day in Angela Merkel's life was the day I took him out to promote him. She said, "Oh, my God, thank you." He drove Angela crazy. And that's a good thing, not a bad thing. His name is Rick Grinnell. Thank you, Rick. And he did a fantastic job. And Kash Patel is here, one of our real warriors. A real warrior. And also somebody that's doing a beautiful job out here, even though, I mean, sadly, when you send out 38 million ballots and just send them out, they come back. What the hell? We're gonna have to work on that when we get in. We're gonna have to work on elections. We need borders and we need fair elections, and we're gonna work on it. But she is doing a great job, and she says I'm setting all sorts of records. GOP chair, California, Jessica Patterson. Jessica, thank you very much. Thank you. Great job. Does really a good job. It's somebody else who was so fantastic today. He's tough. He's a sheriff, and he fits the role. He fits that role. And he had the most beautiful family I've ever seen. Like, everybody's like a perfect specimen. I said, "Sheriff, you're great, but your family looks even better than you." And I liked him from the moment I met him, and I talked to him a little bit, because this was not an easy one to pull off. Let me tell you, we had a lot more people than some people thought. A lot of people thought this was what we were going to have, but a lot of people said maybe we'd have 10,000, maybe 20,000, but they didn't say 100,000. But he pulled it off, and he pulled it off because he's tough, and he's smart, and he's proud of his state and his country. Chad Bianco. Thank you, Chad.
Oh, he's the Riverside Sheriff. I love Chad Bianco. He's
like
amazing.
Central Cast.
He did a great speech.
Thank you, Chad. What a family, though. Look at the family. Thank you. Thank you both. Great. Another man, he wrote a song. It went to #1 on all the lists. You saw it? We put it. That's right. He said, Tom McDonald. It's Tom McDonald. Tom? Where's Tom? Thank you, Tom. That's a great song, too. I was honored by it. You know, he did the song, and I didn't know Tom as well as others, and now I know him very well. But he did the song, and it went to #1 on every single list. So, and another man who's here, and I thought the movie was great. Dennis Quaid is here with his brother, Randy Quaid.
Oh, Randy and Dennis. Dennis played Reagan. How many people saw
Two
Reagan?
very good guys. That movie was great. Ronald Reagan. Did you like him? Did you like Reagan? You liked him. He liked Reagan. He liked Reagan. I think you have to like him to play him that way. You did a beautiful job. Thank you. And a very rich guy. He owns this piece of land, and he's been after me for 3 years. Please use it as usual. We love you, sir. He's an unbelievable patriot, an unbelievable Republican. But you know what? That's less important. He loves our country. Al and Betty, we have to say, Hagen. Where's Al Hagen? Where is Al? Al Hagen. Great. Thank you, Al. Great property. Nice property, Al. I used to be in the business. Very nice. That was really beautiful. Thank you, Al. And Steve Hilton is here, who's been on television doing a fantastic job. Where's Steve? Where is Steve? He's around. And we have a lot of other people. We have a lot of congressmen. We have some senators, but I've had it. That's enough of this stuff. But I also want to send our love to all of the people back east who are recovering from two really devastating storms, hurricanes. Our hearts are with those who lost a loved one or a home, and that was a rough one. God bless them all. Kamala Harris is grossly incompetent. She didn't do a good job. She's got to do a good job, and she didn't. But the most radical left vice president in American history, that's what she's known for. She did so bad in so many different ways, and we're going to get on to a much more pleasant subject. It's called the revitalization of our country. We have a situation in our country where we're not going to let people continue to destroy it. California has been horribly mismanaged. Nothing has been managed worse than water. Do you know water? It sounds simple. Oh, water. What the hell is water? I was with Devin Nunes. Did anyone ever hear of Devin Nunes? He got big awards for what he did. He's very brave. He's the one that figured out the Russia hoax with Jim Jordan, the great Jim Jordan. Two great guys. He's now running Truth and doing a very good job. Truth. Get onto Truth. But Devin, I'm riding up California and we're going up toward the north and we look at this land. I said, why is it all so barren? And then right in the middle of it, you have like this little green spot that's so beautiful, so vibrant. He said, because they have no water. I said, oh, I didn't know you had a drought. Do you have a drought? No. We take all of our water way up north and we route it into the Pacific Ocean. So instead of coming down to past the farms where you take the farms, I mean, you had thousands and thousands of acres that was dead, bone dry. And they tell me, farmers told me it's the finest land in the country. It's as like Iowa land. It's the finest land in the country, but they have no water. Artificially, they reroute it because they want to save, there's a fish, Delta smelt. Anyone ever hear of it?
Delta
and it's
smelt.
Not just to this area. By the way, the Delta smelt is doing extremely badly, especially since it has no water. You know, they think they have a fish, and their way of saving the fish is not to give it water. Somehow that doesn't work. But you have a little Delta smelt, but you have other areas, so it's not like to this area only. And millions and millions of gallons of water over a short period of time gets pumped right into the Pacific Ocean. They have like a giant faucet, like your sink, except 1,000 times bigger. It takes one day, they turn it. It's a big valve. It goes over, and the water pours by the millions of gallons. It pours into the Pacific Ocean, which for the Pacific is like a drop, just like a drop. And if we let that, if they turn that faucet the way it should be, it's been that way for years. And I went to your governor. He said, well, the hard part is the federal government. It was actually Department of Commerce. And I got it worked out at Department of Commerce. Within 2 months, everything was done. Then I went to see Gavin Newsom. And I said, and they didn't want to do it. They had all sorts of, reasons, nonsense. They use the environment. Everybody uses the environment to stop things. But we're not going to let that happen because it was toward the end, and we're not going to ever let that happen again. You would have so much water. I read where in Beverly Hills and Bel Air, they want to bring you down to like 28 gallons a person. That sounds like a lot. But you know what that is? Like about a 7-minute shower. You spend a fortune for a house and you can't take a shower. So we're going to take care of our farmers. We're going to take care of your water situation. And we'll force it down his throat. And we'll say, Gavin, if you don't do it, we're not giving you any of that fire money that we send you all the time for all the forest fires that you have. It's not hard to do. We just had so many other things to do. I was working on 2 Russia hoaxes. I was working on impeachments. I was working on indictments. They went out of their way to keep me busy because they didn't want this to happen. They didn't want this. It could have happened to nobody else, believe me. But Devin has done a fantastic job. We are going to have, that farmland is going to be the most fertile land. One of the farmers told me, sir, it's the best land in the country, they won't give us any water. I actually said, oh, you have a drought? I figured they didn't have rain. He said, no, the opposite. We have so much water, we don't know what to do with it. But they won't let the water come down. You know, I think these guys actually hate our country, if you think. I think
100%.
they hate our country.
What else can you think?
With your vote this November, we are going to defeat this radical left country destroyer, her and him, and we're going to finish what we so brilliantly started. We have so many different things, and yet, you know, we're very consequential. You know how I know that? Because only consequential presidents get shot at. You know that, right? It's true. Biden's got no problem sleeping on the beach. If I slept on the beach, it would last very short. Wouldn't be good. The Secret Service wouldn't be too happy. Kids, I want to go to sleep on the beach. Who the hell sleeps in front of the paparazzi, the media? How do you sleep in front of the media? The cameras are rolling and he lays down. And you know the amazing thing? He's out cold within 2 or 3 minutes. I could never do that.
He is.
I toss and turn at night. I sweat. I toss and turn thinking about things and deals. How am I going to get China for what they're doing? How am I going to do this? I toss and turn and toss and turn. I then wake up and then I go to work and then I go late to bed. I toss and turn. He goes to the beach, he lays down and he falls asleep within 2 minutes. He's stone cold out. They're always showing him pictures. He's stone cold out. I consider that actually a great ability. I'd like to have some of it. Not all of it. I'd like to have a little bit of it. Maybe he can sell it. We would, because if he could, he would do it. I promise you. We will quickly become energy independent and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
Yeah.
And I will cut your energy prices in half within 12 months. Your energy prices will be cut within 12 months. And remember what I said, California. You're going to have so much water, you're not going to know what the hell to do with it. They're going to call me. Remember about winning when I used to do this about winning? They're going to call me in the White House. And they're going to say, sir, please, we have too much water. We're flooding. Please, sir, please, we have too much water. Right now, you don't have any water. Artificial. It's artificial. Sir, please, could we see you? We have far too much water. I will stop outsourcing and turn the U.S. into a manufacturing superpower. And I will end the war in Ukraine, stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent very definitely World War III. We're very close to World War III. Very, very close. Are they okay back there? Take your time, doctor. Doctor, thank you. Is there a doctor? Doctor in the house? Yeah, take your time, please.
It's pretty hot out
They've been
there.
here for 2 days, 3 days. These guys have been here for a long time. So
Got to stay hydrated in this. If you're not used to California heat,
take your time.
you can get a heat stroke even at night. It's already dark outside.
Thank you very much. Great.
Got to stay hydrated. Got to stay hydrated.
Thank you, doctor.
Somebody get some
Let's
water.
give that incredible person a hand. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've been here. A lot of people have been here a long time. And I know you didn't notice it was about 100 degrees out today. It's not exactly cool up here either, but now it's pretty nice. In fact, now we could go on all night. It's starting to get very nice. We go all night. Right? Front row Joe stands up. They want to go all night, I'll tell you that. I will crush the violent crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and the respect that they deserve. They're great people. They're going to end our crime problem very quickly. All we have to do is give them the word. They're ready to go. They don't want to lose their house. They don't want to lose their car. They don't want to lose their job, their pension, what they do to our police. Our police are incredible. They want to do the job. They're not allowed to do the job. When thugs walk into a department store, 400 or 500, they walk out with refrigerators. Could you believe it? With air conditioners. And our police are told to stand back. They're not going to stand back, and we're going to indemnify them against any problems they have federally. We will end all sanctuary cities, and in California, we're going to get rid of your sanctuary cities. They're cities to protect criminals. We will strengthen and modernize our military. We will build a missile defense shield, and it'll all be made in the USA, and a lot of it right here in California. And we will not have a woke military. Take a look.
Yes.
You little scumbag! I got your name. I got your ass. You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month. And actually, let's declare it a summer of pride.
So you're a killer? Sir, yes, sir. Let me see your war face. Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah! Bullshit. You didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face. Ah!
I hear it and I know, I know you wanna take.
You will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war. But until that day, you are puke. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking being. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit.
I've seen this video. It's hilarious. It's really effective, actually.
I love working for Uncle Sam. I love working for Uncle Sam. Let me know just who I am. Let me know just who I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
We're not going to be woke. We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., which is a disgrace what they've let happen to it, with graffiti all over the beautiful Aurora marble. We have the most beautiful marble. They have graffiti all over the place. They have roads with potholes. We're going to fix up our capital. We're going to make it so beautiful. As well as Los Angeles and San Francisco, we're going to bring them back and make them safe and clean and beautiful again. And I will support universal school choice, which is so important. And we will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools.
It just makes common sense. Exactly. It's ridiculous. Leave our kids alone. Leave my damn kids alone.
Men out of women's sports.
Yeah.
I will defend the Second Amendment, protect religious liberty, restore free speech, and we will secure our elections like they've never been secured before. And under the Trump administration, we will put American citizens first, American children first, American patients first, American taxpayers first, American workers first, and American communities. We're going to put them first. But we will put communists, Marxists, and fascists last. They're going to be last. And they will always be last. We will defend our territory. We'll defend our families. We will defend our communities. We will defend our civilization. We will not be conquered. We will not be occupied. We will not be invaded. We will reclaim our sovereignty. We will reclaim our nation. And I will give back your freedom and give back your life.
Woo!
Everyone will prosper. Every family will thrive.
Everybody.
And every day will be filled with opportunity and hope.
Just like 4 years
But
ago.
for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda once and for all. And we want record numbers. We want to make it too big to rig. We want to go out and have record numbers. Get everyone you know and vote. After all we've been through together, and we've been through a lot. We've watched our country disintegrate right in front of us. We stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. I think we could do that. I think these have a chance to be the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. And with your help, from now until Election Day, we will redeem America's promise, and we will take back the nation that we love. November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country. I believe that. We'll take back our country. And together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again.
Bobby Kennedy.
We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much, California. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. God bless you.
I can't have the music on, otherwise the channel will get... I want to watch him dance. His dance is amazing. Stick around. I still am doing another Amazon $50 giveaway. $50 Amazon gift card giveaway. As well as I will give a shout out to all super chats, super stickers, new members. Holy mackerel. Look at the dance. I love the dance. You can just imagine the music. These music publishers are brutal. These music publishers are brutal. Quite frankly, probably the worst. Because they literally just flag all your... If you play any amount of the song, they delete your channel. They're brutal. We got to make America get rid of the music publishing red flags again. He has the best dance of all time. There it is. There it is. How do you not love this guy? I love him. He is a man of the people, the populist president. Look at that. Look at the dance. How are you not having a good time? This is amazing. 23 days, y'all. 23 days, 3 hours and 6 minutes away from getting our country back. Making it make sense again. Common sense. It's not that hard. Common sense. Do you want somebody who didn't earn a single vote? She's saying that he's a threat to democracy. Didn't earn a single vote, didn't earn a single primary, destroyed California, destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco is a shadow of itself. It's a dystopia. She destroyed my great state as Attorney General, blew it. I mean, blew it, did everything wrong. She had one job. She had one job as the border czar. Literally, that's all she had to do. And we have the worst border crisis in the history. Typical DEI BS. Now she wants a promotion. Why? Because she's a woman and she's not even black. This doesn't make sense. This isn't America. This is not the America we grew up in. Our forefathers are turning over in their graves. If this woman wins, it's lights out. It's over. Okay. Should we do the giveaway first, or should I give the shout-outs first? What do you guys think? I want to do the shout-outs first. I'm going to make you guys wait a little bit. So if you want the gift card, you're going to have to wait a little bit. Okay, here we go. Greg Wilson, congratulations on being a brand new member. Now, this might be a good time. So listen to this as new members. Welcome all new members. So not only do you get a badge next to your name, you get shout outs on live streams. You get benefits to exclusive content. You also get top priority responses as well as questions when we have guests on. We do a lot of live shows with guests. We had Ashley Merchant on. We had the Fannie Willis whistleblower on. We've had amazing guests. We've got the Pitbull Sadow coming on soon. We've got a lot of great guests lined up. Hopefully one day I'll get Trump on the show. And so you get top priority when we have guests. You also get top access to our members only Discord. So this is our members only Discord, which is you. Oh, by the way, you also get automatic registration into our live stream giveaways because we do a lot of members only. I'm kind of doing something different today. I kind of just was in a good mood and I did a random giveaway, but most of the time we do members only giveaway. As a matter of fact, 99.99% of the time it's for members only. So you get automatic registration into our live stream giveaways. I've given away, thousands of dollars in not only Amazon gift cards, but cash. I'm looking for a hat. I've given away hats, buttons, stickers, hoodies, shirts, you name it. So you get automatic registration of that. Now, if you want to, as soon as you become a member, go to our community tab or connect with our top mods. We got the best mods, the absolute best mods in the business. Laura Tilford, Jim Barron, China Baby. She's not from China. We got the best mods in the business. Hook up with Laura Tilford. And she will give you a link to access our members only Discord. This goes for all new members. So I'm not going to repeat this. So just remember this. You get a ton. Not only that, you're saving our country. Literally, you're supporting a channel whose sole mission is to get our country back, to share the objective, unvarnished truth with you. I do my own due diligence, my own qualitative and quantitative research. My wife is the most brilliant researcher I've ever met on the planet. And I have an advantage that other channels don't, that other independent grassroots media organizations don't have. I've worked with these people. I know these people. I've been around them when I worked in the public sector. I don't just call myself professor for kicks and giggles, y'all. I've been around these people. I've been commissioned to Washington. I know what makes these people tick. What incentivizes them. I've seen into their souls. There's nothing there but a big, vapid black hole. So I have an eyewitness. Not only do I do extensive due diligence, but I have firsthand experience with the swamp vermin. So you're getting the best. There's nowhere you need to go. Sign up for our free newsletter. It's in the pinned comment. It's free. Tap the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification, become a member, for crying out loud. Does that make sense, Greg, and everybody else, all the new members? Stick around because I'm going to do a $50 giveaway. $50 to make ya holla. That's okay. That's okay. Trolls are just misinformed fans. That's okay. They can troll. If they are being super spammy and disrespectful, Laura will take care of them. Laura will ban them, or Jim will ban them, or Robert will ban them. That's okay. Don't worry about it. As long as they're not spamming every 2 seconds. If they're just being rowdy and whatever, that's okay. Trolls are just misinformed fans. So I welcome you, trolls. You can't rattle the master. You can't rattle the professor. Ain't going to happen. Why? Because I'm inflamed with a purpose that you'll never get to the bottom of. It comes from above. It's a divine purpose. This is destiny, and I am grasping the destiny that God has given me because it's a two-way street. You can't just sit back and relax. You got to go after it. I'm going after it. You can't phase somebody like me who's got providence coursing through his veins like a locomotive. Ain't going to happen. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Hasta la pasta. Okay. Gen X Josh, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. What can be done about the Democrat Congress saying they will not validate a Trump victory? Impossible, will not happen. Otherwise, we wouldn't have needed Pence because they wouldn't have validated. It's going to happen. The transfer of power is going to happen. Thank you, Gen X. Goddess of Truth, thank you for the $10 super chat. I'm hoping that because Comrade Cackling Kamala and Tampon Tim No Balls Walls are so horrible that the election will be such a landslide. Now, this is a great comment. Goddess of Truth, I want to say something real fast. Don't listen to the polls. Okay, we remember what the polls said in 2016. I remember that fateful night in 2020. It still gives me chills. It still makes me pissed off because these a-holes have ruined our country over the last 4 years illegally. Okay, I went to bed for the first time in my life as an American, born and raised here in the greatest republic ever, the greatest invention ever, the greatest country of all time ever. So proud to be an American. I remember going to bed on that fateful night in 2020. And he was ahead in Wisconsin. He was ahead in Georgia. He was ahead in Pennsylvania. He was ahead in Ohio. I went to bed. Many of you did too. It was late into the wee hours of the evening. I mean, it was like midnight, and they still couldn't call those states because they were still getting God knows what. I wake up and I hear the infamous cackle. We did it, Joe. I was like, what the hell happened? What do you mean we did it, Joe? Biden won? I was shocked because never in the history of my life, I've been around. I know a thing or two about a thing or two. I've never, ever gone to bed where a candidate was up in 4 swing states, much needed swing states, by like 10%. One was like 8%, 7, 12. And then I wake up and it was all turned around. So you ask me, I love my country. I want to believe in the integrity of our elections, but something was funkadelic because we've never seen. The reason why there's so much questions, it's not Trump. It's not what, it's not MAGA or whatever. My point is the reason why there's so many questions about this past 2020 election, and there's so much now being uncovered. We've never lived in an age where information is accessed at such breakneck speeds, lightning quick at your fingertips. I mean, every single tidbit of information, megabit, pixel, whatever, of information is at your fingertips. And when you've got smart people out there like me and this amazing audience watching out there doing, some digging, things come up. And so I want to believe in the integrity of our elections, but it's bigger than Trump. It's bigger than MAGA. What happened in 2020, at least at the very mildest, most polite way of describing it, had a lot of question marks. So what's your point, Nez? Don't listen to the polls. I know that Trump even said we're way ahead in the polls. We're way ahead in the polls. Don't listen to that because it can't be too big to rig. It needs to be impossible to rig. I am going to work 100x harder these next 23 days like I've never worked before in my life. Because like Kobe Bryant said, job not finished. That famous press conference. Hey, Kobe, you're up 2-0 in the finals. How come you're not smiling? What's there to smile about? Is job finished? I don't think so. Job's not finished. I am not going to celebrate. I'm not going to spike the football early. We have to work 100x harder. That's just the way it has to be. Who's with me? Let me know in the comments. Who's with me? Thank you so much. Thank you, Margarita. Thank you. I love my country. I love my kids. I love my grandkids. I love everything that our forefathers ingrained in the fabric of our nation. I love all the opportunities I was given. I have to give back. You can't just keep it all for yourself. You have to give back. That's how it works. That's called humanity. That's called the law of the universe, the law of God. You got to give back. You can't just hoard and covet everything for yourself. That's called gluttony. You have to give back. This is just my way of giving back. I'm not a young pup, man. I've been around the block. I've never been more inflamed with purpose than I am now with this media company, this channel. Never been more inflamed with purpose. And I'm never going to stop until these heathens, these cretins are stopped. Somebody said this is good against evil. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. This is good against evil. So, Goddess of Truth, please heed that, okay? Lynn Morrison, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We need to get our country back from the Democrats. I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Grace. Trump Vance, that's right. Thank you, Grace. God bless you for the $10 super chat. You're amazing. Thank you, Pretty Indy, for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you for all the great information. Make America great again. Yes, thank you, Indy. You're so pretty. TL, thank you for the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, TL. You're amazing. Appreciate you. Brenda Sheets, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. I really, really appreciate you. That's awesome, Brenda. It's great to see you. Thank you. Ed S., thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. God bless you. Thank you so, so much. Red Sea Customs. I love these channel names. I have to take a second. Let me get a sip of water. We have the best audience. You have no idea. I hope you will just look into these eyes right now. I implore you to please heed this and listen to this. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have the best audience. Some of these channels and these names, business owners, hardworking, blue collar, everyday, original, anchored in reality, the roots, salt of the earth Americans. I love you guys. I love you guys. I mean, I have so much joy hanging out with you guys. I have so much, you guys fuel me with so much energy when we go live. I please love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys every time we go live. Hey, Nez, what's the best way to always be informed? Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, turn on all notifications. That's one. In the pinned comment, the second way is to sign up for our free newsletter. It's free, for crying out loud. What am I, a schlemiel? It's free. It's free, free, free. You just give us your best email. Bada boom, bada bing. You're in. Thank you, Red Sea Customs. You rock. Welcome, new member, Kimmy Joe. I hope you were listening to what I said earlier. Welcome, Kimmy Joe. Teresa Ottavian. Hold on. I'll get this right. Teresa Ottaviani. Bravo, prego. Are you Italiano? Thank you, Teresa. Teresa. Gifted 5 Professor Nez memberships. Bellissima. I love you. Thank you, Teresa. Mi amore. Thank you, Teresa. Alberto Martinez became a new YouTube member. Alberto, you're part of the best community on planet Earth. That is a fact. It's a fact. There's a guy I watch all the time. He's really, really good. I mean, he's a really good guy, and he's so good looking. His name's Professor Nez. Love him because he tells the truth. And he's not from China, and he doesn't like Kamala. He likes Donald Trump. You gotta watch Professor Nez. He's the best. Thank you, Donald. Appreciate you, Mr. President. Welcome, Alberto. Greg Stinchula. I hope I said that right. Nez, you said my name right last time. I hope I didn't screw it up this time. Stinchula. Thank you, Greg. You're amazing. Peter Ortiz, the man, the myth, the legend. He's a legend. He's such a legend that you have to call him a legend. Peter Ortiz, you are after my own heart. I absolutely love you, man. You're amazing. You're unceasing. Your commitment, your conviction, your love of country, your contribution to this community will never, ever be lost on me and never be forgotten. You're a legend, Peter Ortiz. You're an absolute legend. He also gifted not 5, but 15 memberships. He's been a member for 5 months. Everybody give a huge round of applause for, I mean, he just deserves it, Peter Ortiz. We're just not worthy. We're not worthy of Peter Ortiz. He is a superstar rock star. Thank you, Peter. I love you, brother. You're amazing. Kathy with the $2 super chat. And transgender teachers. You know, here's the thing, Kathy. I love the way you said that. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home. This is a free country, okay? Land of the free, home of the brave. You have constitutional liberties. You have freedom of expression. You have the freedom to do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care. You want to play with doorknobs all night? Play with doorknobs. You want to light candles and put on pajamas and pretend you're a woman? I don't care. Just leave my damn kids alone. Why are you trying to inject your transgender ideologies into my kids? Same thing with critical race theory. My kids don't give a rat's ass about an arbitrary trait like pigment of your skin. They don't care about that. Stop injecting race where there is no race. You're creating a cacophony of kids, a whole new generation that's going to be completely stifled and paralyzed with anxiety and fear of saying anything that their true heart believes, because they're going to fear that they're going to get canceled or get fired or get banned or whatever. And you're going to create this really timid, weak, feeble generation that's not going to have any real world skills to function. These are the people who are going to be your future doctors, police officers. They're going to be the people who take care of your buildings, build your infrastructure, systems, processes, work at the cities. I mean, you don't want this. This is not what you want. Leave our kids alone. Do whatever the hell you want to do in the privacy of your own residence. For the love of God, is that right-wing extremism? I mean, honestly, is that right-wing extremism? I don't understand. Yeah, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Kirk. Kirk says, absolutely. Stop the indoctrination of our children. I mean, what is this? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, fat girl. Don't push insanity on our children. I mean, this is just common sense. Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Sorry, Customs. I apologize. Hold on. Let me go back. Red Sea Customs. Both my liberal-leaning daughters are voting for their first time ever for Trump. Oh, I'm sorry, Red Sea Customs. Thank you so much. Let's give a huge shout out. What are their names, Red Sea Customs? That is phenomenal. I don't need their last name. Give me their first names, Red Sea Customs. That is so cool. I want to give them a huge shout out. Right here, live on the air. Red Sea Customs. Let me know what their names are, because that is phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. And that just, you have no idea. I got goosebumps. I mean, the hairs on the back of my neck went up reading that. Both of my liberal-leaning daughters are. Can you tell me what led that to their what was the sort of defining or turning point that led them to that decision? Okay, Faith 22. God bless you, dear. You have an amazing parent, father. I don't know if that's a father, mother. I don't want to get too personal, because I know a lot of people come here to just hang out and they don't want to get personal. But Faith and Jalen, this is Professor Nez. I'm very proud of you, because what I think you've done is you've exercised your sovereignty. What our great first philosophers, writers, our artists, our first thinkers, free thinkers, Thomas Jefferson, Walt Whitman, Ralph Waldo Emerson, self-reliance, Theodore Roosevelt. We need balls back in this country. We need the ability to look at something and call it for what it is. We don't need to rely on anything, anyone, any entity outside. We don't need to rely on the government. That's not what our founding fathers wanted. This is why we divested ourselves from the tyranny of King George and England, was because we didn't want to rely on people who weren't representing us. Taxation without representation. God bless you. Your sovereignty, something they can never change, is your ability to critical think. Russians can't make you vote for Donald Trump. There's no such thing as election interference if you actually look at things critically. The fake news media can have no power. This is what Aristotle taught over 2,000 years ago. Ethos, pathos, logos, audience, purpose, message. You look, this is the whole premise of my channel. You look with critical thinking. Who is this person? What are they trying to say? Why are they saying this? Is it in context? What's their network? What's their platform? What's their ideology? What's their philosophy? What is their intention? What is their purpose? How does that affect their delivery, their execution? What is in context? I mean, I could go on for days. That is the premise of this entire channel. God bless you, Faith and Jalen. Love you. You are terrific. Red Sea Custom says, I've been just red pulling them for almost 4 years, as much as possible with truth and common sense. I mean, that's literally all it is. It's truth and common sense. Red Sea Customs, you're amazing. Thank you. You're doing an amazing job. Your kids, the way I can just imagine what led up to that realization and actualization. Excuse me. And to me, it really is emblematic of critical thinking. I am not worried about your daughters. They're going to be perfect moving forward at the ripe young age. They haven't even reached 25 yet. They're not even in their 30s yet, and they're already exercising their sovereignty. God bless you. That is awesome. That just made my heart just expand. Love to hear stuff like that. Absolutely love it. Angie, welcome as a new member. Congratulations. I hope you were listening to all the benefits. Seashell Mac gifted 1 Professor Nez membership. Thank you, Seashell Mac. You're amazing. Misabel Buenrostros. Buenrostros. I know I'm butchering that. I apologize. Thank you so much, Misabel, for the $2.99 super sticker. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yanisa, it's good to see you. Yanisa Tucker. Make it impossible to rig, impossible to fraud. Exactly. It can't just be too big to rig. I mean, we can't just win by a landslide. It has to be a mega. It has to be a mega landslide because Kamala will cheat. Biden will cheat, quite frankly, probably every single day, just like they've been doing. We cannot let Kamala win because if Kamala wins, China wins. America first. And watch Professor Nez because he's handsome, he's smart. Boy, does he know what he's talking about. Thank you, Mr. President. Yanisa, you're absolutely right. Thank you, Yanisa. Ronnie from Tennessee. Thank you for the $5 super chat, brother. Thing about our borders is we don't have any now that Biden and Harris have removed them. We need Trump to build that wall and block those planes. 100%. There's nothing wrong with immigration. Yes, this country was built on immigration. I mean, Trump is an immigrant. His father was from Germany. His mom was from Scotland, but legal. There's something called due process. There's something called an actual protocol, systems and processes. How about enforcing the law? And by the way, there's a really good reason the Border Patrol Union endorsed Trump and not Kamala from Aragua. I love the way he says the new gang name. It just drives me crazy. Thank you, Ronnie from Tennessee. You're amazing. El Galope Finca. El Galope Finca. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Mucho gusto from the $4.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. Annabelle Cabrera. Thank you so much for the $2.99. Hispanics for President Trump. I love it. I love to see it. I live in Southern California. Okay, I've been trying to teach my kids Spanish. I know a little bit of Spanish. I have worked, I have collaborated with plenty of Latinos. They're the most hardworking, amazing. They love this country. They respect. They're so hardworking. They will give you their shirt off their back if you are connected with them in some loyal manner. You guys are amazing. Love you. Fantastic. Spanish spell check. Thank you, Yanisa. Spanish spell check. Impossible para un fraude. Thank you so much, Yanisa. You're amazing. Muchas gracias. This is awesome. I love it. Thank you. Marley, thank you so much for the Trump impressions. $2 super chat. I never thought my impressions would actually earn me some dough. Hey, Marley, I'm going to say something to you, Marley. You're doing a great job because you're supporting our country. You're supporting America. Thank you for the super chat. You're beautiful. Quite frankly, probably this is one of the greatest super chat messages I've ever gotten. Thank you. You're amazing, Marley. Thank you so much. I think I'm getting better. It used to be really bad. It used to be awful. It's getting a lot better. Thank you, Marley. You're amazing. Teresa Adair, thank you so much for becoming a brand new member, for supporting America. Thank you so much, Teresa. Welcome on board. Remember, access to our members-only Discord, automatic registration for live stream giveaways. I've given away thousands of dollars, merch, gift cards, cash, top priority comment responses. You get top priority live Q&A, exclusive content. You're supporting the greatest channel on planet Earth to get our country back. What more do you want? I mean, what more do you want, for crying out loud? Plus, you get a badge next to your name. You get special differentiation in the actual live stream chat, which I think is amazing. Annabelle Cabrera, thank you again for the $2.99. My God. Thank you, Annabelle. You're amazing. Muchas gracias. Gregory Baum, thank you for becoming a new YouTube member. Gregory, I hope you were listening to all the amenities and benefits. By the way, hey, Nez, where do I get the link for the members-only Discord? The link is located on my community tab. If you go to my community tab on YouTube, there is a post there for members only. You will see a link to the members only Discord. Also, connect with Laura Tilford or JB, whoever happens to be here. She is our number one mod, main mod, best mod in the world. And I've had other channels tell me that too. I mean, big channels, millions and millions of subscribers. They say, Nez, you have the best mods. And I couldn't agree more. Hook up with one of them to get that link if you can't see it on the community tab. Thank you, Mags K from the UK. £4.99. UK doing this crap now. People take King kids out now. I know. I see it happening in the UK too, man. It drives me crazy. It's absolutely awful. Yeah. It's absolutely, yeah. So Laura just posted this in the chat. New members, contact me on FB Messenger. I will send you a link to our members only Discord. Fantastic. Yeah. So if you can't find it on the actual community tab post, which it is there. I mean, I feel bad, Laura. I apologize. I don't want Laura getting 1,000 messages. But Laura is the greatest mod on planet Earth, the greatest mod on planet Earth. And she does so much for us, and she's amazing. She has served her country and this community in ways that, I mean, it's impossible not to be absolutely grateful for her. It's impossible. Thank you so much, Yanisa Dominicana por Trump. $1.99 super chat. You're amazing, Yanisa. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Edgar Pomeroy with the $4.99 super sticker. Thank you, Edgar. I really appreciate you. You are fantastic. Now, you know, we've lost a lot of people. A lot of people have left, have gone. So you guys are the lucky ones. I'm giving away another $50 Amazon gift card right now. And it's not just for members, it's for everyone. So, what you got to do? What you gonna do when Professor Nez comes down on you? Okay, so what you got to do is everybody is going to type in Amazon in the comments. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to say it more than once. I'm going to do this live with the random number generator. I'm going to do this live right here. So you don't have to type it in more than once. Just type it in once. You can see on the screen the entries number is getting larger and larger and larger. Now, the only way you can comment Amazon is if you've been subscribed for 5 minutes. So if you haven't been subscribed for 5 minutes, bad boogie. You just missed out on a chance to win a 50, not 20, not 10, not 5, not 25, not 30, not 40, a $50 Amazon gift card. I know how tough times are right now. I know everybody could use one of these right now. It is my pleasure. This is another reason that you want to subscribe, hit the bell notification. This is another reason that you want to sign up for our free. It's absolutely free, for crying out loud. It's in the pinned comment, our free newsletter. I mean, it's free, for crying out loud. Why not? It takes 2 seconds. Just put your best email in there. Bada boom, bada bing. It's all over. It's all over. See ya. So what am I trying to say? Nez, why should I subscribe? Why should I sign up for the free newsletter? Because then you never miss out. Not only do you never miss out on the greatest videos that are going to give you the truth about what's happening in our country and the world around us, but you're also going to get notified when we go live and when we do live stream giveaways like this. And I give away a lot. I give away a lot because I'm a very giving person. Quite frankly, probably the most giving person of all time. I'm not from China. I'm from the greatest country, America, the greatest country on planet Earth. And I watch Professor Nez all the time because he's not Kamala. He's a real patriot. I think my impression's getting so good, if I don't say so myself. Okay, guys, we're going to do the countdown. If you haven't already, make sure you type in Amazon. Type in Amazon in the comments right now. I'm doing the countdown right now. So if you haven't typed in, we've got 122 entries right now. Here comes the countdown. You have 10 seconds to type in the word Amazon to get entered into the $50 Amazon giveaway. Here we go, guys.
Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
You only have to do it once.
4.
Here we go.
3, 2.
Here we go.
1. We have ignition.
Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Mintab. Everybody give me a huge, warm congratulations to MindTab. Why did I say MinTab? Hey guys, I think that apple juice is starting to take effect. What's really happening right now is the apple juice is starting to take effect. I did not know that. Our next guest. Okay, I'll stop. Holy macadamia nut. See, this is what happens when Nez, it's a Saturday night. Nez gets a little loosey-goosey with his special apple juice, and all hell breaks loose. And then my wife goes, "Why are you giving away all our money?" You gotta love it. Because I love these guys, mama. I'm just kidding. She would never say that. Apple juice. That's right. Hey, Laura, it's the apple juice. That's it's some very strong apple juice. Quite frankly, probably the most beautiful apple juice I've ever had. Okay. MindTab. I don't know why I say MinTab. I guess it's the apple juice. But MindTab, congratulations. Are you here, MindTab? Where's MindTab? Are you here? Did she just take off? I don't see her comment. There's a lot of people commenting. Okay, this is what you got to do, MindTab. Sounds like a really cool channel. Oh, here we go. Wait, MindTab, what are you saying? Can I pick someone who to give the card to? Well, I mean, I'll just send you the card and you can give it to anybody you want. So it doesn't matter to me. You can give it to anybody you want, MindTab, but I have to send it to you first. But once you get it, you're free to do with whatever you want. So here's what I want you to do. And the previous winner, before Trump came out, if you haven't already as well, please make sure you email me, nez@professornez.com, and it has to be the email connected to this YouTube account, okay? So make sure it's the Gmail account connected to MindTab. And then in the body of the email, it's okay if it's the same email, but in the body of the email, I want you to share with me the link, the email that's connected to your Amazon account. And then you will get the $50 Amazon gift card in less than 48 hours. And that goes for the other winner as well, Irish Eyes. I think it was Irish Eyes. Laura, help me out. Was it Irish Eyes? I think it was something Irish Eyes. I mean, I'll watch the video. So you can't fool me. I can't tell you how many charlatans, how many scammers have actually emailed me. I've had this. I told Laura about this. She couldn't believe this. I've had so many people email me when I do these giveaways. Yes, thank you, Laura. Hey, thank you so much, Edgar. Edgar Pomeroy with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Edgar. Professor Nez is drinking the goose juice. You gotta love the goose. It's terrific. Quite frankly, probably the greatest goose out there. Yeah. So, Irish Eyes are smiling. Yeah. So I can't tell you. Thank you so much, Edgar. You're amazing. I can't tell you how many times I've had people email me and try to scam me and say, "Hey, I won the $50 gift card. Here's my email. Thank you." And I'm like, "No, you didn't." What do you think I am? Do I look like, wait a minute. Hold it. Do I look like some kind of dummy to you, for crying out loud? Do I? I mean, does this face look like the face of a dummy? Okay. So you're not going to scam me. It's not going to happen. I double check, triple check. I got the best mods. Laura's amazing. Don't worry about it. Don't even try it. MindTab and Smiling Irish Eyes, make sure to send me an email. Again, it has to be from the email, the Gmail connected to this YouTube account. so I can see that and verify it. And then in the body of the email, all I need you to do is just send me the email connected to your Amazon account. You will get the $50 Amazon gift card in less than 48 hours. Thank you so much, Shayna Bendewald. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. I really appreciate that, Shayna. That's a beautiful photo you have there too of your profile picture. Thank you, Shayna. Appreciate that. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I know, right? Okay, so Mind Tab, hopefully you got that. I'll get your email whenever you want to send that to me. And guys, I just have to say, I absolutely love hanging out with you guys. I just love it. You have no idea how much you energize me. Vote, man. We have 23 days left. Vote like your life depends on it, because you know what? Vote like your grandkids, your kids, your family, your neighbors, your street, your way of life depends on it. Because you know what? It actually does. I am never going to stop quitting. I'm never, ever going to stop fighting. That's another thing, too. It just blows my mind. People like Barack Hussein, and these people trying to come out of the woodworks now to support Kamala. They say that this guy doesn't care about America. Every time they say garbage like that, I literally go back and I post it on X. Make sure you follow me, by the way. Follow me on X. I'm at Professor Nez on X, formerly known as Twitter. I post so much. I post daily on there, like 1,000 times a day, hundreds of times a day. Let's be realistic. But I post a lot of stuff that I can't post anywhere else because it is the last bastion of free speech in the digital ecosystem. And so I post stuff on there that I can't post in my videos. So make sure that you follow me on X. Literally just open up your X app, or just the link is in the show notes. I know that Laura and the other mods have shared that link before. You got to follow me on X. And so where was I going with that? Yeah, you have to, I can't, it just blows me away. So every time Obama or one of these so-called all-stars of the Hippocrat Party say, how can you vote for this guy, Trump? He doesn't care about America. He only cares about himself. I always post that reminder video on X where Donald Trump, our president, took a bullet for us. And what did he do? Instead of, I would have been like, get me the hell out of here. What did he do? I'll be honest. I would have been thinking about my wife, thinking about my kids. Forget everything else. I need to get to safety now. Get me the hell out of here. You know what he did? He stood up, thrust his fist in the air, face covered in blood, and screamed, fight, fight, fight. And I thought, every molecule in my body trembled. And it trembled with the truth. It trembled with the conviction I was right about this guy from day one. He is a true leader. He loves our country. He's the only one right now that can save our republic. I say that emphatically. I say that with zero doubt. And so vote, guys. Vote like your parents, your life, your kids, your grandkids, because it's absolutely true. He's the only one. You want to talk about clear choices. Obama talks about clear choices. He is the clear choice. He is the absolute crystal clear choice. Thank you again, Edgar. You're amazing, Edgar. I really appreciate you. God bless you. Only the POTUS would try to scam you. I don't even think he knows he's alive. I don't even think he knows he's the president. I honestly don't. And again, last thing I'm going to say, and then I got to go here, and I know you do too. Thank you so much for being here sticking around to the end. Nobody has questioned Kamala on this important truth. She let this guy, who definitely had a waning mental capacity, a cognitive decline that Robert Hur and his investigation confirmed, that the entire country knew about, even before the State of the Union back in April. We all knew he was gone. We knew he was gone back in 2020. Why didn't you say something, Kamala? Why did you let this guy make decisions consequential decisions that affected not millions, but billions, because we're the leader of the free world. It's not millions of people. There's 320, 330, give or take, million Americans in our country. Well, there's about 20 million of them are illegals, if not more. But there's 320 or so, give or take, million people in our country. Okay, hopefully most of them are Americans. With this administration, who knows? You allowed this vegetable in chief to make consequential decisions affecting millions, hundreds of millions of lives. But more than that, the entire world now is in chaos because of his lack of leadership, because of his lack of strength. You allowed it to happen, Kamala, and now you want a promotion over my dead body. Ain't gonna happen. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Please, I beg you, pray for President Trump. Pray they don't do anything, because they're ruthless. These are ruthless people. You've got to galvanize. It starts with your community. Grab everybody you know, man. Educate them. Share these videos with them. Tell them what's really going on so they can make an informed decision at the ballot box. And then it will be bigger. It will be bigger than a landslide. It will be bigger than too big to rig. It will be impossible to rig. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless Donald Trump. Yanisa, you're amazing. Thank you so much. For my future grandkids, save Americana. You're absolutely right. 100%. Thank you, Yanisa. God bless you. God bless your kids. God bless and protect. Send a prayer for our President Trump. Please, 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 God, protect President Trump. We need him more than we could even imagine. We need him more now than we've ever could have imagined. God bless all of you. Stay tuned. We got so much more to do. We got so much work coming up. And may God bless America. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being here. I had a blast. What an amazing Saturday night. I'm out of apple juice. I love you guys so much, man. Have a wonderful weekend and stay tuned because I got videos coming up the wazoo that you're not going to believe, that are going to knock your socks off because we got a country to save. Love you. Thank you.